He who
And my
controls
crack.
the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past.
I don't get it.
Thank you, George Orwell.
Oh,
And we're back
this is in 1984.
for another episode of Learning to Curse. And we
It's Animal Farm.
We've never opened the show like this ever. We've never opened the show like this.
Never.
Yeah, in fact, our name actually is Learning to Cuss.
Learning how to cuss.
Learning how to cuss.
Yeah.
Mandela effect.
Yes.
If you disagree.
Yeah.
Today we are
Mandalabia effect.
Ooh, I want to know about that.
The Mandalabia effect?
Maybe.
All right.
Today we are discussing the Mandela effect, and we're going to give it the full Nelson. I've never said this before, but I'm not Chuck.
I'm not Adam.
Who else are these guys? I mean, who are these guys not?
I'm
There's-
not Jeremy.
He's back!
Dad ass.
He hasn't been here in a while.
Brian.
Oh my God,
And we have-
this smells like liquor.
Oh, yeah.
But there's tea
I have
in
some,
it. That's
I have
so,
some liquor, too.
Is it good?
I don't know, I haven't sipped
Yes,
it yet.
I have some
you've never
John
had it
Daly's
before?
Grip It and Zip It. Zip it. Zip it.
You don't
Yeah,
look.
it's not bad. It
sounds
doesn't
like a
taste
very-
like half and half tea.
I have the hard tea.
Are you supposed to shake it?
No, you never.
What do you got over there? What do you got, Brian?
I've got old Milwaukee's Best Premium. It's a 32-ounce can for like $2.
It's a big Bubba can.
Really should stop
Call back.
saying what we're drinking if people aren't paying us for it. But
No.
I like it. Well, I'm getting us used to it for when we do get paid.
Yeah.
because I'm waiting on these people to get back to me, you fucks.
So,
I never get paid when I say I'm drinking semen.
well, then you're just
You're in the wrong industry.
Yes.
I'm not a
you shouldn't
whore. I
be in
just
the oldest
enjoy it.
profession.
Hey, Chuck, I would give you at least $5. Dude.
Give it to me.
Give it to
I
me.
don't have it.
I'm drinking a
So-
Rockstar Zero.
Rockstar Zero.
You get.
It's my third one today.
Zero
My
coffee
heart's gonna
next
explode.
Zero carbs. So I have to admit, there's a little fuckery with this episode. Okay.
Fuckery.
Because in the sequence
Most
of
foul.
recording our episodes, we left 25 out, and we're recording it today.
Yeah.
Why is that, Chuck?
Because we didn't get the chance to get around to it when we did the other ones.
No,
I think it was because we mentioned it in an episode.
Yes, we did.
And we said it was going to be episode.
We said, Adam specifically said,
And I forgot.
I think it was episode 1 or 2.
I forgot,
that
Mandela effect.
We were going to do, because we were talking about Mandela effect
Yes.
and shits. And he's like, episode 25 is going to be.
Yeah, I just
Mandela.
threw a fucking throwaway
He just
number out there.
Threw a number out there. And
Chuck
so
went
I'm
back
like, you know
listening
what?
to it.
Fuck it. He said it. We're going to goddamn do it.
Yes.
So we're goddamn
So
doing
we
it.
literally
I'm
recorded episode
confused.
26, 27.
What episode are we on right now?
This is 25.
23? No, this is 25. I mean, what's
20
out right now? 24, 23?
It's not out right now to the listeners that are hearing this right now.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I guess that's-
that was fucking weeks ago.
I guess that's
Yeah.
it.
Mandela effect.
But before we
Right.
start,
That's not
this,
how it works.
Where do people find you on social media?
On social media, you can find me on JDate.
I'm on Tinder.
I'm on Bolt.com.
my
swipe
JDate
right.
and Grinder are the same. Chubby Jesus lover.
I got me account on the Pornhub.
No, you can find us at Learning How to Cuss. No, it's Learning to Curse on Twitter and on Instant Grandmas.
Instagrammals.
And
It's like instant oatmeal,
Facebook.
but with grandmas.
the Faceballs.
And you have
Baseballs.
Facebook group, right?
Yeah, the
Yes.
Facebook. Yeah, and Learning
The
to Curse
secret-
Facebook group.
The super secret, not so secret
Super secret
Facebook
secret
group.
squirrel?
Yes. Squirrel hunt.
And you have Patreon.
Yes,
we
do
have a Patreon. So be
that
a patriot.
We haven't updated
I mean, a
in a
patriot.
while.
What are the
patron?
levels? Do you guys have
I
levels?
just one level.
Okay.
It's.
I have an idea for the names
it's-
of the levels.
Well, we've already got one level. It's
What the
it's
fuck?
a bearded pepper hunter.
Oh, is that on there?
Yeah,
Is that the only level?
That's the only one.
For how much?
I think it's like minimum of $1.
What do they get?
To be a bearded pepper hunter. I don't know yet.
Chuck will draw a
have-
picture.
Oh, yeah, that's what it
of
was.
them
I will draw a
sucking a
picture of
bearded
it.
pepper.
Oh,
I did. I think it does something. It
Yes.
does have something to do with
How
me
do you
drawing.
know about
something.
this? I'll do $1 for bearded pepper.
Yes.
It's because they don't say it
Not
at
e-
the beginning of
we
the
don't
podcast.
say
Not
it ever.
even, not even for our show to keep going.
We offhandedly mentioned and jokingly said before I even made the Patreon that we have a Patreon.
We
And
need
so-
management.
Yeah,
Looking at Jeremy.
Okay. I'm working on it.
yeah,
But anyways,
So yes, this episode is about the full Nelson Mandela butterfly effect.
yes. When Nelson Mandela's wiener flaps its wings, an angel gets his asshole reamed. I don't know.
It gets gaped by a kappa. If you don't understand, episode 28.
Kappa busted your ass.
Kappa busting that ass. Bust a kappa.
Dumb.
And Jeremy,
yes.
Spoken class today.
I am your father.
Luke.
Is that what we're starting with?
No, but we will get to There's a reason
Luke,
for that.
I know there's a reason because
your
it's in my
mother.
notes. It's in my notes.
It's a popular Mandela effect.
Adam, this. You remember that one scene when Jagan was in Star Wars and he's like, Luke, I fucked your mother.
Luke, look, your mother. Okay, so
Wait a second. I just found something interesting on my can. It says alcohol facts.
it didn't always say that. Mandela
Does it
effect.
say alcohol facts?
No, Mandela effect.
Oh, it's just giving me the serving sizes and shit.
John Dowling's
It just gave me the
approach
reach
to
around.
golf and life are all perfectly summed up in his famous motto, grip it and rip it.
But why does it say grip it and sip it? That's not even the same motto.
Great.
Mandela effect on the can.
Oh shit! In real time.
Sip it?
No, it's underneath there. It says
so
grip
sip
it
it.
and sip it,
Grip
but
it and
his
sip-
fucking motto is grip it and rip it.
That's
He
fun.
didn't realize.
Gape it and rape it.
I think you got that backwards.
Just like
You pronounced that wrong. We never said that on any episode. Mandela effect.
Oh, you know what we should do?
Adam,
I'm
it's-
getting
it's-
everybody primed
it's-
for
You
this.
pronounced that incorrectly.
You know
Oh
what
yes,
we should
that's
do?
right. I misquoted it because of Mandela effect.
Yes.
We should turn that into a game. Obviously, because
We
haven't
are.
thought about that. But we should.
That is
not only turn it
IP
into a
of learning to curse.
but
Back the
people
fuck off.
at one of the levels, they get it when they subscribe.
Oh
yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
What's the
Dude,
name of the game?
You pronounced that
Hustle.
wrong. We're totally,
The name of the game
we're
is
totally
Hustle,
gonna write this shit.
Fool.
Brian's been locked in our closet for many weeks. And now he's like,
He's like that R.
What
Kelly
about?
song.
You can
You know that R. Kelly song when he was peeing on a female teenager?
Wait, what now?
I said you were that R. Kelly song when you were
Yes.
peeing on
Oh
a
my
female
God.
teenager?
Oh, God.
you remind me of my something?
I almost named my dog
Trapped
R.
in the
Kelly.
closet or some shit?
I don't know.
But I
So
don't think that was about peeing on the.
No, he's
T-shirt
just something
or
that he
whatever.
does in his
it was
spare,
about
spare
golden
time.
showers.
Yeah, I had a puppy that when I went to
was a
sleep, I
golden
had her on my
retriever.
chest and she pissed on me. And I woke up. I hadn't named her yet. And I was like, your
you
name's
woke
Kelly.
up with an erection.
And it was a golden retriever, even if it wasn't golden.
It didn't stick, though. Her name is Mrs. Mia Wallace.
You gave it a bath?
Yes.
All right. Mandela effect. It all started with Fiona Broom. Like a broomstick.
No, it was Fiona Apple.
Fiona Apple.
Mandela effect.
Yeah,
I thought it was
exactly.
Fiona from Shrek.
Yeah,
I
it
know,
was.
right? Mandela effect. In 2009, Fiona Broom, a blogger and paranormal consultant, isn't that
Yes.
fucking cool?
Yes, yes.
Coined the term Mandela effect. I mean, arguably, it started with fucking Mandela. Damn it. But we'll just give
I
her
think-
we'll give her the credit.
I think
It might have been there before. It might have been there
I
before,
think-
but
it
no
may have
one
been going
noticed
on
it.
for a long
Yeah,
time.
very well could have.
I think it started with Morgan Freeman.
I knew you were gonna say that, but you said it differently because Mandela effect.
yes. Freeman Morgan.
Well, it had
Freemason
to have
Morgan.
started before.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the term probably started.
Well,
at
it was
that point.
coined. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Morphine Griffin.
So the Mandela effect to describe a collective false.
Tweaky McGee's sidekick.
You pronounced that wrong.
The name's
Tweaky
Tweaky McGee.
And I'm Morphine. What is it? Morphine Griffin. I couldn't remember my own name.
More crack
It's
fiend than
morphine
you
time.
all. More crack fiend than you all. So, in 2009, Fiona Broom, a
Morphine
blogger and paranormal consultant, coined the term Mandela effect to describe a collective false memory she discovered at the Dragon Con convention, where many others believe that former South African President Nelson Mandela died during his imprisonment in the 1980s.
Which he did.
But, in fact, Mandela died later in 2013.
Is that fact, though?
No,
We don't know that.
so then
Maybe
Nelson
one.
Mandela's still alive, guys.
No, he died.
I know.
So in 2009, Broom launched the site MandelaEffect.com to document the various examples of this phenomenon. And we'll talk about what that is.
And Nelson Mandela's wife thought it was about how he used to beat her.
Yes.
And the effect it had on her.
Are you talking about Stockholm Syndrome? And we're just giving it that title?
She went to that website. She's like, this has nothing to do with the actual Mandela effect.
What's going on?
Oh my God.
You see this mark on my cheek? That's from his fucking ring.
That's the effect it leaves.
They say I'm dead, but I'm alive.
You pronounced
I'm
that
alive. Yeah? Is that how the song goes, or is that Mandela Effect?
Yeah, I don't know.
So here's a quote from Mrs. Broom.
Mrs. Mandela.
See,
So what's Dragon Con? I
don't know.
It's a like a Comic-Con convention type thing. Is it a
But it
sci-fi?
drags on for fucking ever.
It's a sci-fi convention.
Okay, so then she was at a sci-fi convention.
Yes.
In 1993.
Yes.
And they happened to be talking about Nelson Mandela.
Yes,
Like you do.
He came up in conversation.
Right, just normal, regular, everyday conversation.
She was just having
How's
a
that Nelson Mandela
And
doing?
apparently this whole group
Yeah.
thought that he died
Hey,
in
you
the
guys.
80s in imprisonment, but he didn't.
apartheid, pro or con?
So why? Here's the question: why did the entire group think that he died?
Well, check
in
this
the
out. There
1980s?
was an
Why?
event. There was an event that was that had nothing to do with his death.
I actually have a reason
Okay.
that I've read about this.
Okay.
If you don't mind me interjecting it
Yeah,
here.
we'll theorize more later.
No, this isn't a theory.
Okay.
There was an essay that was written in, I believe, the early 90s, before 1993. Maybe it was the late 80s, like 89, 90. And this person wrote that, in this kind of like poetic essay, something to the effect of, and I don't have the quote because I'm lazy, that Nelson Mandela had died,
Yeah.
which was just fiction.
Oh, so it was like a little fanfic thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so
And I think
maybe
people
that's
thought it
that
was
perpetuated
true.
it.
That makes
and
sense.
perpetuated
But there was also an
his
event
death.
on TV around that time, but it had nothing to do with his death. But I think people took it as
beating his
people
wife.
mourning his
Yeah.
death in this
Yeah.
event.
Person
It was when
wrote
Martin
that.
Freeman died. You know the guy
Gonna live forever.
not Morgan Freeman. Martin Freeman, the guy who played the Hobbit, or not the Hobbit. Yeah, the Hobbit.
Okay, go on.
Dildo Baggins. Dildo Daggins.
Yes, exactly.
I love that guy.
Here's a little quote from
You love my
Mrs.
dildo.
Broom, Mrs. Broomstick. See, I thought Nelson Mandela died in prison. I thought I remembered it clearly, complete with news clips of his funeral, the mourning in South Africa, some rioting in cities.
It was the
and
morning after.
And the morning after pill, and the heartfelt speech by his widow. Then I found out he was still alive. She's not even British, but I just did it with that.
I was going to
accent.
say, is she English?
She's not.
She
It just sounded better that
She's
way.
Asian.
So with her saying that there were actual news clips of him being
That's what they
dead,
think.
That's what they think.
But there was an event that happened at that time, and people probably saw, oh, that's sad.
Okay.
Nelson Mandela died, but he didn't.
Well, here's my thing. No one really. Okay, the four of us know who Nelson Mandela is, and I'm
Yeah,
sure a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
of our listeners.
A lot of people. I think a lot of people
Go
now
pause
know
the
who-
episode and
But
look
I
it
don't
up.
think that,
Nelson
oh yeah, I
Mandela
guess
is.
so. But I don't think that they would have remembered if him dying in prison.
Yeah.
well, unless
I mean,
it was in the news, unless it was actually in the news.
right.
Maybe it was
No, but I'm
misquoted.
I'm saying,
What
like,
I'm saying is
the
there's not a
people-
lot of millennials.
Right. People
that
who
know
were
about
born in
that
like
stuff.
the early to late 70s
Right.
and grew up in the
Right,
80s
they-
and had like that cognitive memory that they could use to
I
utilize
will debunk
this.
that. That is not the paranormal. That is Jeremy playing with the mic stand.
His penis.
It's because I have
His
to
penis.
put this shit between my legs.
He's slapping the mic stand with his dick.
Well,
He's cleaning it off.
Yep.
Like you do with a brush like after painting. You
Yep.
dip it in the turpentine and,
And then
then you go
just swing it
smack, smack,
around.
smack, smack, smack. Stop dipping your dick in my drink.
Anyway, so then
Bob
what are
Ross.
some-
This is my favorite
Then
part.
what
I
are
just
some
like
more
to beat
common Mandela effect, like newer ones?
There are.
Because no one's
Oh,
gonna like.
Shazam.
Yes, we're going to get to that one.
You're gonna get to
We're
it
gonna
though.
get
I don't know the
But,
Shazam one, but don't.
But
we'll get to
Broom,
it.
she started to notice other ones. She also started to describe other popular false
You know
memories.
that
That's
one
what
where
she was-
people used to think that rats were called mice and mice were called rats?
Is that real?
Meese.
Meese. Mats.
Oh man! Don't bring up the octopus thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Octopuses.
Don't.
Octopi is not a fucking. They're no longer octopi for
8
plural.
vaginas.
Yes, it's
Are they-
octopuses.
Octopussies.
That doesn't sound right, right?
No, it does
Octopi.
not.
Mandela effect. So Broom also described other popular false memories, including various non-existent Star Trek episodes. And that one's interesting. In the death of the
I'm a
Reverend
huge
Billy
Star
Graham.
Trek fan, man. I'll trek
So you
your
would know.
face off. I'll
I'll
trek
trek it,
your
motherfucker.
face off.
I mean, for the longest time, just because of Fievel, An American Tale, I had this thought in my head that there were no cats in America.
There you go. Mandela effect. No.
There are no cats in America.
But yes, she also
got
said
fucking lied to.
the death of Reverend Billy Graham, who actually later died anyways. But
Yeah, yeah.
at the time, she thought these people thought that.
It was a soul death. It's when he sold
maybe.
his soul to be
Just like
such a huge
to become a big
evangelist.
reverend.
Yeah.
On August 23rd, 2012, a post titled "Berenstain Bears." Now this is a fun one.
That's my favorite.
That's
We are living in our own parallel.
Berenstain.
We are living in our own parallel universe.
Berenstain.
Was published on the
not
blog
Steen.
"The Wood-Beaten World," which described the widespread memory of the children's book series Berenstain Bears as Berenstain.
No, it is Berenstain.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But
These people thought for sure it was Berenstain. Yeah.
The funnest thing about it is there's a VCR tape that has it
beautiful.
as
But they fucked up. That's all.
that has Berenstain on it.
Right. There's also a video cassette.
What's a video cassette?
A video cassette cover that shows a bunch of penises in Ariel's castle.
Oh no,
They
that's
scrubbed
true. No,
it out.
That was really
But
happened.
that's a real
really
thing.
happened.
That's
Oh,
not
I know.
Mandela effect.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
that was there then
Somebody
and it's
fucked
there
up.
now.
I remember reading Berenstain.
what Chuck
That's
is-
the only
I
one
think
out
what-
of all of these.
Berenstain doesn't make
that I
sense
get
to me. It just to me, I think
I think what
Berenstain.
he's saying
Because they're
is
Jewish
that
fucking bears.
is that things can be easily covered. Things can be easily erased,
Scrubbed
especially
out.
just scrubbed
Yes.
out, and just.
Did you know?
washed.
Before the digital age, like computer editing, photoshopping, and all that, they
Oh, I
did
thought
that
you were
shit.
talking about my
No,
fingers.
well, yeah. Scrub a dub
Digital.
in the tub. But
I
there
was digitally penetrated.
Yeah, right, with your digits. But there were.
Now I gotta clean off my fingernails.
There were some popular points in history where people that they considered traitors to their government or whatever, they would scrub them out of all the fucking books.
Right.
They would edit the
Yup.
fucking photos, all the fucking history books, and it fucking looked as good as they could do
Like,
now
look,
with Photoshop.
this photo has a ghost because you can see the colonial dress.
You can see
but
the
no
shadow.
face.
You can see the shadow, but no person standing there. Yeah, so there you go.
All right, what are some other ones?
So that could account for some Mandela effects.
Yes.
that is shit that's being scrubbed out by
You
government.
know what else I think can contribute to the Mandela effect?
My penis.
Drugs.
Drug. Yes.
Continue.
Why not? The whole thing with the Berenstain thing.
It's when you shoot a bear from really close distance
And you
with
get
a
a stain.
high-powered rifle, you get a
Stain.
Berenstain.
So they're attributing that to being a false memory as a result of an alternate reality spilling over to our own. That's what some people believe.
Well-
On November 29th, 2014, the YouTube channel Shine the Light 73 uploaded a video title, and this is a long fucking title.
Those
Ready?
bastards.
Long ass video title on YouTube. The Mandela effect exploded after the 2014 through 2015 biblical blood moon tetrad.
That
What
was the name of my autobiography. Those fuckers.
That's just my middle name.
No, that's just universal consciousness is how they knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
So, in this particular video, garnered upwards of 900,000 views and 2,200 comments over the next 3 years.
But they were all viewed
That's-
by the one
by the one
person's mom.
person, like-
They just kept creating new
Just creating new. I'm gonna watch this again.
Took 7 years for them to get that many.
She couldn't believe it, so she just kept playing it. And that, my friends, is just a few examples of how it's spread on the internet. And we all know the internet loves crazy pseudoscience and the spread of juicy
Yeah.
conspiracy theories and sometimes real fucking shit.
And the internet
Some
likes
real
cats
shit.
too. I've seen.
They love cats.
Yeah.
Cats in the cradle.
And
As
the silver spoon.
As you will soon come to find out, the Mandela effect has also become a conspiracy theory.
A conspiracy.
We're gonna rip this motherfucker apart.
Yes.
But now, before we can keep rolling with this, let's take a look at this from some different angles, okay? Because I mean, there are some
From like a Dutch angle.
other sites that try to have a logical explanation for it, like Snopes. The Mandela effect is a collective misremembering of a fact or event. Various theories have been proposed to explain what causes it, some more sensible than others. That's what Snopes says about it.
Yeah.
Rationalwiki.org, I kind of like theirs. They're not so...
There's a rash in your wiki.
Yeah, there's a rash in my wiki. In my
The
wiki.
rash on my wiki.
So,
Yeah. Should have that
rationalwiki.org,
looked at
Should.
they
by a
state...
professional this time.
They state the Mandela effect is
Not me and Brian.
No.
the Mandela effect is the pseudoscientific belief that
And by
some
professional, I mean a prostitute. Sorry.
we're never going to get to the theory.
Yeah, we are.
Anyways, the Mandela effect is the pseudoscientific belief that some differences between one's memories and the real world are caused by changes to past events in the timeline. See, that's a little more down the lines of
Yeah.
we're going to discuss this in a little
time
bit.
travel and shit like that.
And this is on, and this is on
Back in
Rational Wiki.
time.
So they didn't completely outright dismiss it, which is nice. Many Mandela effect believers believe it is caused by accidental travel between alternate universes, although some others propose that history has been deliberately altered after the fact by malicious extra-dimensional beings within the same timeline.
millennials?
Yes,
It's
malicious.
possible. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say it's not possible. I will not rule it out
But
without
I
evidence.
was really
Okay, so-
surprised that Rational Wiki presented it that way.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
I'll put my thoughts in when we do.
Yeah.
So Fiona Broom, she has the site. She actually started the site because she coined the phrase, arguably, MandelaEffect.com. Which, when you get to that site, if you want, if Jeremy would like to bring that up, I know.
No, I was just gonna go live. I totally forgot about it.
Oh, okay.
The Mandela
Speaking
Effect.
of which,
On the Mandela Effect website, it says, "What do you remember?" I like that little catch line there. And so, if you go check out her site, she's documented plenty of good ideas and examples about this. She studied this for quite a while. She takes it really serious. A lot of people in her community also take it very serious, which is cool. She also has other sites like broom.com because she is into the paranormal in general. Hey guys, look, we're doing a live video.
Yeah, I'm really
on the side of
pissed fucking off.
broom.com is where I bought my last broom.
Yes.
Am I on there?
Riding like a witch. But definitely, if you're really into this, check out her site. She's got a lot of cool information on there. She's documented a lot of Mandela effects. Also, there are tons of fucking YouTube channels that have posted videos on the Mandela effect. So go check it out. But right now, for fun, and I know Brian knows a lot of these. I'm sure you guys have heard some of these as well.
No.
I'm going to go through a list.
An A-list?
A list of 50 Mandela effects because there are so many.
If any of the
There are so many.
If any of the ones I'm aware of are
Chime
on
in.
your top 50, I'm just gonna go.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna say titty.
I know Brian knows a lot of these because Brian's like me. He's really into this shit as well.
I very well am.
But what I noticed on this particular list of 50, a lot of the popular ones went on there. He's probably trying to cover different ones and stuff, but there are tons of lists that have completely different show notes.
Hey, if I know any that aren't on the top 50, I will scratch my own nuts.
All right. I bet you've heard a lot of these. We're going to make this list 63 because there's 13 others that I had to mention. We have to start this list. Like I said, I'm bumping this list up to 63. Okay, because there's 13.
Why not 69?
There's 13. Oh, we could make it 69. Well, you know what? Throw in 6 extra that you don't hear on this
I'll
list.
try.
Dirty.
69.
Dirty.
God, 6.
We have to. We
it
have
was the summer
to.
of 69.
Good song. We have to start this list with the king of them all, the Nelson Mandela's death. Nelson Mandela's death. It's very fitting to add him to the list, obviously.
I'm going all Tarantino over here with my directing.
Luke, I am your father.
Okay.
Right?
No, I am your father.
No, I am your father. That is a very popular one.
No, I am your father.
It's been I think that one was just misquoted in
I think
things.
that's just a mistake.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
a
that-
mistake.
But you know who fucks it up too? Is Darth Vader himself. James Earl
Leonard
Jones.
Nimoy.
He's even
I
said
said
it.
Leonard Nimoy.
Well, the time that I did that scene, Luke, I am your father.
I wonder if it had anything to do with the fact that James Earl Jones wasn't
He was senile.
doing the lines. The dude, the actual. Now you know exactly.
That made me lightheaded.
He was doing lines off of Leia's ass.
Yeah,
I only say that because she was doing a lot of coke during those movies.
but it might have been. It actually might have been that there were two different actors for.
Originally,
Darth
there were.
Vader.
He stepped
And
in
that
later and
dude-
just did the voice work.
Exactly. So that dude did all the lines and did everything. He might have misquoted.
Come on,
or-
how many of these actors remember
You know what's
every
possible
line they do?
too is that the line was written as Luke, I am your father, and he just said no.
How
I am
many
your
times,
father.
guys? You know, you brought up a good point because how many times have you seen movie trailers? And when you see that same scene in the movie,
It's different.
It's different wording,
Yeah.
or it's a lackluster
because
compared to the trailer.
They use a different clip or a
Yep.
different
Because they pull those from the dailies and they
Ding,
make
ding,
the,
ding, ding.
the
I think it
previews
made
before
him
they're done
both.
making the
probably
movie.
is what happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we can't rule out all of these bitches.
What we could do is go find video clips of Empire Strikes Back and see if it
I've
says it.
already looked at it like tons of
Have
clips
you?
and it's all the same. It's always no, I'm your father.
But every time I look
it
for it,
could've
I
been
only
an
find that
alternate
porn
take.
version called Empire Strikes Back Door.
And then and then Luke really lets us down because we think he's awesome, and he's like,
I'm just gonna be honest. I never thought Luke was
You know, back in the day they
Who's
called
the
that
fucking dweeb?
Back in the day they called that the Mark Hamill no.
yeah. But Mark Hamill redeemed himself with the Joker from the fucking
Fuck
Batman, 90s Batman
Dude.
cartoon.
And when he did the AT&T or Sprint or whatever the fuck it is in The Simpsons.
I thought it was the Gecko.
The gecko.
No, The Simpsons, when he's like doing a sprint. Never mind.
I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm gonna steamroll through these. Brian's gonna fart every time he hears one he likes. He's gonna scratch his nuts.
And we're gonna say
Anyone ever
titties
heard?
whenever
And he's gonna do random drum rolls on his drum pad. Because he's a drummer. He didn't get to jam with us when we did the guitar.
cunt nipples.
You guys do the guitar.
You guys
On
do
the
were there with
Magic Podcraft.
We
The
can't-
second
that was-
gathering.
Yeah, you were
We
there.
had to be so slow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Berenstein, well, we didn't want to offend Daikoku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diet
He
Coke.
liked quiet.
Fucking
Oh, yeah,
let us down.
Right. Right, Jesus.
That was awesome.
Maybe in Japanese,
Or
1,000. No, 1,000 is 5.
Yes.
Or
I give it you a
Japan,
5, round
we're,
eyes.
like all over there, Japanese.
I think maybe Daikoku is just that motherfucker is just Japanese or Scrooge.
Hey, I'm thinking we had to dust the fucking dust off of Daikoku. I mean, maybe next time we bring him out, he'll be a little more
maybe
fresh.
this just got him like, what's going on?
Yeah, he was
Sure,
like-
here,
he's
just have
still
few
waking up.
viewers,
Yeah, he's
okay?
waking up. He's like, what?
You get
It's
a
gonna
few
be-
viewers
it's
and
gonna
the
be next
subscribers.
June.
And he had to
3rd.
learn English.
It's gonna be next June.
It was,
3rd.
hey, here we go. It was lost in translation.
Yeah.
It was a Mandela effect.
Berenstain Bears. Berenstain Bears. Build it and they will come. Was really build it and he will come. Of course, he will come. Remember that movie?
Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
Build
no,
it.
it was not Joe Pesci.
It wasn't. It really wasn't.
Joe Pesci's a fish.
What movie?
It was
Field of Dreams.
Field of
I thought it was
Dreams.
Build It and They Will Come.
Yeah, exactly. Mandela
okay.
effect.
Hey, check it out. So I'm
And
gonna.
you know what?
Wait, what did
You see here,
I
this
said build
is
it.
the quote I know.
Build it and they will
Oh,
come.
it has to be built.
If you build it,
Yeah,
that actually
they
makes
will
more
come.
sense.
I remember this.
Because
Okay,
they're
look.
trying to find that one.
And this is
one
just
player.
honestly, this is my opinion of it, and this is my quote
Yes.
that I have for it, and it's probably from other things parodying it.
Yeah.
but it's
A lot of
if
people
you
parody
build
that
it,
line.
They will come.
A lot of
Yeah,
people have parodied
but,
that.
But what I
Parody.
remember legit in my head, and I don't even know like what the actual thing is if you build it, he will come. It's he.
Yes.
That's what
I-
it is.
Is that what it actually is?
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
cool.
But also
Yes.
makes more
So
sense.
you're from the other reality.
That was the
right?
voice that Joseph Smith heard before he built his first temple.
Which makes more
That's
sense.
what I heard
based
before I
off of what the
came.
movie's about.
Right. Yeah.
Build
It's
It
all
and
about
They
his
Will
dad.
Come makes more sense. Yeah.
it's about Babe Ruth.
Yeah, there you go. The baby Ruth. Silence of the Lambs. Remember that saying, "Hello, Clarice."
Yeah, that's not.
It's not even in the fucking movie.
That's not in the
Really?
movie.
No.
He just says Clarice.
Where the fuck?
Clarice.
Good evening. I don't know,
Yeah.
some shit, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was never that. Oh, Brian's gonna love this one. He's brought this one up on the show before.
So he's got a cough or scratch. his
Pumpernickel
nuts.
dick.
Or fart.
hold
What
on.
are you doing?
Well, you can do whatever he wants.
Hold on.
He's heard this one.
He's gonna scratch his.
He's
fart
brought it
nuts.
up on the show before.
Oh, no.
Monopoly's Uncle Pennybags.
Oh my god.
What is it? What is it?
It's the fucking monocle. I'm scratching my nuts right now. You
There
can't
is
tell
no
I'm really.
monocle, is there?
No. But here's the thing. Okay, check this out.
Yes.
I teach a high school drumline. I'm not going to say who it is, but I will mention the
Especially since you're
person
just scratching your
who
nuts.
told. I know. But the kid who told me this, he's 18 now, so he's
Hey,
an adult.
do you
I'll-
remember how he had the
I'll
monocle?
I'll give him a shout out. His name's Alejandro, and he was like, "Have you ever heard of the Mandela effect?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've heard of it." And he's like, "So did the Monopoly guy had a monocle?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, he did." Right, but here's the thing. Okay, it depends on if you're talking about the commercial. Okay, does anyone remember?
McDonald's fucked it up.
Jim Carrey taking the little dude with the monocle on fucking
Ventura?
when nature calls, Ace Ventura
Over
when
his
nature calls,
leg.
and he says, "Do not pass go." It's not that he doesn't look like the Monopoly guy, because he totally does, but he has a goddamn monocle
Yeah.
for a reason.
Exactly.
They put the monocle in there for a reason.
You know what it could be?
What?
It could be they were mixing him up with Mr. Planter.
No, Mr. Planter and.
But the thing is, I think that we think,
toting
I think that we think that the Monopoly
scratch my
guy
nuts.
should have a monocle.
yeah.
The Monopoly guy is blind in his left eye, just like I am
Is
deaf
it
in my
true?
right eye.
Oh my god. Does anyone have Google?
It's a Chuck lie again.
Someone look up. I swear to Christ.
Somebody
the
break
Monopoly
out the
guy has a
Google.
monocle.
He doesn't have a monocle.
He doesn't.
Doesn't.
He doesn't.
He does not have a monocle.
Hey,
He doesn't
And these-
anywhere have a
I can't
fucking
do this.
monocle.
And
This is where
it's
this-
shit like this
Yes.
that the Mandela effect
have
just
a good
fucks
memory.
everybody up.
No, if you need to find it on Parker Brothers on a Parker Brothers box.
No, but it could be changed. It could be changed because it's all digital. Hold on.
Scrub. You know what? I'm blaming it on. Hey, here's an alternative take on it. What if McDonald's fucked it up in their version?
See, that's what I think happened.
We'll have to look it up.
At least in the community chest, the little cards, because every time you land on.
Did you know
one of them?
he didn't even exist until community chest?
You
Did
have
you know
a
that?
game with you.
Maybe there is an image somewhere
I
of
do.
him with
Yeah,
like
Get
a
it.
monocle.
Go get it.
Well, not right now. We'll get after the breaking
Get it
point.
right now, Adam.
It's real. He
Jimmy
has
Johns,
real guys.
Jimmy Johns, can you bring me the box for Monopoly?
He has a monocle.
Yes.
Okay, so
In some realities.
I'm really, really passionate about.
I know that one fucked me up. That was one of the ones that fucked me up. You know what else kind of fucked me up too?
More. We need more. We need more. We need more.
Now, depending on what you think Curious George is, it would make sense if he has a tail or not. Curious George, does he have a tail?
He does not. He's a
I thought the motherfucker had a
He's an
tail.
ape.
Have a
He
tail.
wears a diaper.
He's not a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he had a tail. He's a
Unless he's a tailless monkey.
But he's a chimp.
There's
So
only
remember
a
the
few.
song?
He's a chimp.
Curious
It's because he's never
George.
naked.
the
His tail is probably wrapped up in his stupid diaper.
He's always naked.
I thought he has a diaper on.
No,
That was just his penis.
It's a diaper.
he doesn't wear a diaper.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Does he wears a fucking?
I love
diaper.
this topic.
No, he doesn't wear a
Oh,
diaper.
fuck.
Do you see what this
Who
topic
has
does?
it? I'm on
He is-
live. I can't.
He is brown.
okay,
he's
You pull up a
he's,
damn picture.
he's flapping his cheeks.
Where
in
are
the
we
wind.
live on? Facebook?
Instagram.
Instagram. Are you logged into our Instagram or your Age of Radio?
Jeremy. There's not an age.
Age of Jeremy.
That's gonna be a Mandela effect.
effect. Mandela
There's an
effect.
Age of Radio
I could
Instagram,
swear I
and there's
heart.
never an Age of Radio Instagram.
I could swear that I've hearted some shit on Age of Radio. But
Some bitch is
Okay,
naked
so-
eating a banana.
with no
That
tail.
Fucking little shit.
Some bitch is
But it has
naked
no
eating
tail.
a banana. He doesn't have a tail.
Maybe it wasn't erect.
Maybe he's a monkey from
Another mother.
Zimbabwe.
There were pictures with him wearing like a fucking underwear. Like
Oh, you know who passed away today?
Today?
Coco the gorilla.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the man with the yellow hat.
Will Ferrell.
Oh man.
Curious George diaper. Just put in diaper.
I'm just gonna get images of like Huggies with.
Oh, you better have your safe
not
search
do
on
that.
because you're gonna get some really weird shit.
I like weird
He
shit.
had a thing. I swear.
We haven't even got to the list of 50
Penis.
yet.
Maybe a problem.
Yeah, and we're already an hour into this.
That's okay. I like it.
He doesn't.
Mandela effect, part 1 and part 2.
I told you, it's just a diaper.
Okay, what's
with
some
Curious
other
George
ones?
on him.
Okay,
Curious
you
George
guys
is that
ready?
fucking monkey.
All right. Mona Lisa now has a smirk.
She.
I felt she always kind of had a.
No. She. Okay, so the Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo DiCaprio getting.
I thought it was Donatello.
He had a mirror.
What happened to Donatello's
And It's
rendition?
basically
It
a
happened in
self-portrait that he
Inception.
feminized.
Yeah.
It was in Inception.
Yeah.
There's different versions in every level of dreams.
For the lady.
That she has a smirk.
Yeah, because she's
She
supposed to
didn't-
not have any expression.
Mona
But
Lisa's
any
smile.
expression is an expression, so
I don't
bullshit.
think she has a smirk.
She has. She's always got a little
Yeah.
smirk.
She
Like
does?
Yes.
Really?
A little
Listen,
grin.
man.
Maybe she.
Mandela
Maybe
A
she
little
has
grinny grin.
multiple sclerosis and it's
I
just
swore
pulling
to
up on the
Christ
side.
that Curious
She had a-
George
she-
had a diaper.
She had a seizure.
I can't say it. She had a stroke.
She had a stroke. Yeah.
She had a stroke.
yeah, her half her face
No,
is drooping.
the left it's drooping, so it looks
Hey,
like her side is.
You
smiling.
gotta give it to the Mona Lisa. She tried her fucking best, okay? You wouldn't even be up for it after a
Her
stroke.
left eye was down by her left nipple.
That was in the hospital room, but he painted the background
The
different.
Mona Lisa has a goddamn monocle, okay? That's what
And a tail.
has a monocle
And a tail.
She's got the monocle in her nostril.
and a diaper.
Oh yeah. Adult diapers.
Okay, wait, titties. Listeners, I need you, one of you out there, to draw a picture of Mona Lisa with a monocle and a diaper. Please, I need an image of Mona Lisa with a monocle and a diaper.
Titties.
Okay.
Okay.
They're like, what does titties mean? What the fuck do titties mean? Okay, we'll get through this list and we'll do.
All right, everybody shut up, just let him get through the list.
We'll get through the list and do a breaking point. All right, Jiffy peanut butter is Jif now.
There's two different kinds of peanut butter.
There was a ghetto version called Jiffy.
Yeah.
Another company bought Jiffy. And
I'll be
is
out
now-
in Jiffer.
Jiffer. Yeah, I'll be out in a Jiffer.
I'm gonna come in your jiffy.
Never been kissed.
Wait, hold on. So there has never been a Jiffy?
No. Well, there is. There's a ghetto version, I think.
Yeah.
What have I been eating for all these years?
My semen.
You've been eating the GIF.
You've been spreading my cum on
Yeah,
your
like the
toast.
little animated pictures.
Yeah.
Is it
it's
really
like-
just Jif?
It's
It's
Jif?
Jif.
I thought it was Jiffy.
It's like this whole time I thought I
Maybe
was
we
eating
just call it
Spoogie.
because we eat when we're children. We're like, Jiffy.
Yeah.
We just add Y's to everything.
Sinbad. Now Chuck started to bring this up earlier. I think it was Chuck.
The black comedian?
Yes.
Or-
He's
okay.
badass.
Everybody thought he was dead, but he's not. But that was just like that was false bullshit. That wasn't Mandela.
Mandela effect. No.
Sinbad is no longer in the '90s movie Shazam, and the
Because-
movie doesn't exist either because.
It never existed at all.
And who's in what movie?
There is a movie with Shaq called Kazam. There was
Yes.
also around the same time.
It was Kazam.
Didn't Sinbad do a skit around that
Sinbad
time?
Yeah, there's
did
never
a
been a movie Shazam.
no. There hasn't.
Some people believe it.
No.
There has, and it's where
There's
it's
going to be
basically
one
the
with
premise
the guy from Shuck.
But
There's
okay.
basically the premise of Kazam with Shaq,
Right.
but with
Wait.
Sinbad.
So-
So there was at a point when Sinbad was dressed up like a pirate type thing because he was
Right,
doing
he
like
was
this
a genie.
movie.
He was a genie.
No, he was dressed up like a pirate.
Was it on In Living
But-
Color?
No, it was
Mandela
like some,
effect.
It was some like he was doing this for some like cable network where they were showing a bunch of like old movies and shit about pirates and
God,
stuff like
yeah.
Sinbad.
And he was
Because
just
his name
thrilled
is
to fucking do that. Like
Shaq will
here's
do
another
anything for
movie.
money.
It wasn't Shaq. That was Sinbad.
Mandela
Shaq will
effect.
also do anything.
Shaq did. Yeah.
Shaq did a couple rap albums. Fuck.
Right.
Shaq could make a fucking free throw.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Maybe he should try using two hands.
Yeah.
That would
Hey,
probably
Shaq,
help.
if you're listening, which you're not used to.
Do you think Shaq needs
Yo,
two of his
Shaq,
own hands
how my
to
ass
stroke his
taste?
cock?
No.
Well, maybe. What if
Maybe.
it's fucking 7'2"? He would definitely use his two arms to
So
do
that's not him that you're seeing on the basketball court. That was his cock running around with him on top of it.
it. Yeah, this
Or at the base of
God.
So Forrest Gump now says, Mama always said life was like a
No,
box
that's
of
what I
chocolates.
always said.
Instead of Mama always said life is like a box of
I watch
chocolates.
Forrest Gump
Did you
at
know?
least 3 times a month.
Did you know?
was, right?
You can find.
I just read the book.
You can find a behind the
There's a movie?
scenes where they did an alternate take where he did say it that way.
Yeah.
But it's not in the fucking movie,
It's
and
not.
maybe it was in the trailer.
Maybe it was.
We'll have to look up the
It's-
trailer.
It's life was like a box of
Dude,
chocolates.
and this is real quick, just a quick side note. Did you guys ever catch the way Jenny, when she was about to jump off that ledge,
Hey, Jenny.
how it played Freebird? Earlier in the movie, she was like, "Dear God, make me a bird to fly far,
Yeah.
far away." And a lot of people didn't catch that. It has nothing to do with the Mandela effect, but I just thought I would bring it up. It's one of the best.
You just made
movies ever.
you just made a lot of people appreciate that movie
The
more.
best Robert Zemeckis movie ever.
Yeah,
You know that
it's
scene?
amazing.
Do you remember that scene in Forrest Gump when Jenny is dying? And then that one song, Jenny, Jenny, who can I turn to?
I bet you don't know Jenny's phone number.
It's 8675309.
You got it. She's a slut.
Yeah.
Okay, last but
Oh,
not
wait,
least.
got
real
it.
quick.
I got
AIDS. Is it 867 or is it
It's
867?
867.
867.
It's 8675. I'm gonna die.
I'm going to hell.
Oh, we're joining you if it exists. Last but not
Pronounced that wrong.
Oh yeah, it's pronounced AIDS. It's pronounced sex with monkeys.
Teacher's aids.
Oh my god. Last but not least from this additional list, though the very popular ones, Mr. Rogers sings. It's a
I
beautiful
wanna
day. in-
fuck you in the
Right.
butt.
Maybe.
Won't you be my neighbor?
No, it's
Yeah.
what, how do you sing
It's
it?
a beautiful
Soft-
day in the neighborhood.
Exactly, right?
Yes.
Only now he sings, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
No.
Ah! look
Never.
at that.
Never.
Look at
He
that.
said, look, because he said, it's
I know.
a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Oh, it's this.
It's
day.
that. No, it's the.
This.
It's
Look,
not.
everybody listening to this, pause the fucking episode
Would
and,
you be
and laugh
mine?
at
It's
us.
dis, D-I-S.
This
It's-
hood.
He's using, yeah.
They don't even have neighbor in it.
No, not even neighbor. He's like,
really
yo, motherfucker, it's a beautiful day in this hood.
We don't
That's
got
how it
enough commercials for this episode, so we're cutting neighbor out of the episode. It's just
Yeah,
hood.
All
motherfucker.
I remember is the trolley. Here comes Mr. Trolley, and me at 6 years old is like, yeah.
All right, what are some?
Not if what if Mr. Rogers came to your house in the middle of the night and walked
Here
in your
comes
room?
Mr. Trolley.
It's like,
He's wearing a condom. that is shaped like a train, and he starts fucking you in the ass.
Here comes Mr. Oh, man.
Oh,
Premature.
shit! Not Mr. Trolley again!
Also, is this a
I'm all
Mandela
out of
effect?
lube.
The reason he wore long sleeve
Yes!
sweaters is
He was
because
a cutter.
It was just a
covered
lie.
with tattoos.
I believed that lie for a long time, but
no,
he
but
didn't.
is it-
He didn't have
He
it.
was a cutter.
He doesn't have any sleeve tattoos.
But he didn't have tattoos. He
should
was
all get
in
sleeve
the-
They photoshopped that shit.
You said tattoos.
There's pictures where they photoshopped him like that, but he actually doesn't have them.
No.
I believed it too.
He was a heroin addict. He was hiding his track marks.
Oh god.
Okay, now here's the list of 50 that I found.
It's morphine time.
This is a pretty good list. I'm gonna steamroll through it so we go
saying
do.
that.
I'm trying. Yes. Anyways, now getting on with the list of 50. This is one of the better lists of 50 that I found.
Lifty.
The fist of 50. the lisp of 50.
No, it's the Fist of Lifty.
Does
Lifty
50
is a
have a
porn
lisp?
star.
Anyways, number 1, village people. Some remember them starting with 5 members, but they had 6.
Yeah.
I don't.
There was the one that was dressed up like Donald Duck.
Yeah, don't give a fuck.
It was like a fireman and a fucking.
There was the one dressed up like Donald Duck. There was the one that was dressed up like that the cigar shop Indian. There was the one that was dressed up like a mailman.
There was the
one
Circle K
that was
guy
dressed up like the
the
lion
turban.
from Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
Oh, I'm getting to a
There was
lion.
the-
Well, not a
and they
lion, but
went,
the lion's
bam.
buddy.
Go.
Okay, check. So number 2, this segues into it very nicely. Wizard of Oz. Some people don't remember the Scarecrow having a gun. I don't.
I don't either.
What the fuck? He has a gun.
Why?
I don't know.
When?
He has
And why
a gun.
did he use it?
I know, right?
You know what?
Fucking
What
gun.
did the scarecrow want? He wanted a heart or a brain or what?
Brain.
Finally had a
Wait.
brain. Yeah, I think so.
A brain?
We need to
Who
watch
wanted
this
the
shit.
heart? No, the Tin Man wanted the heart.
The
Yes.
Tin
Yeah.
Man wanted the heart.
The lion wanted the courage.
the
Yes.
courage and the scarecrow wanted the brain.
You should have just gave the
Why
lion the
the
gun.
fuck would he have a gun if he didn't have a brain?
Exactly. It's fucking
Because he
Like a
didn't have a brain.
conservative or
Yeah,
something.
that's what happened.
Exactly. Oh, nice.
I'm gonna be that good.
You know, we just lost a handful of our fans. They're like, fucking libtards.
I know.
Fucking
Stupid dumb
libtards.
fucker.
I'm not saving them with my guns when the other people's come.
I'm shooting them when it happens. When the big.
We're just
I'm
gonna-
using them for
That's
food
all right.
and bait.
We'll just use our bearded peppers.
Yes.
Pating.
I don't need a gun, goddammit. Pating.
Pating, 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 pating.
Oh man, can you imagine the opposition if there's an opposition that would come here? to this land?
You said
And we're just like,
In retrospect, I like
what does that?
I do too.
go to the rest.
What is that?
Where's the rest?
I sold mine. I had to sell mine.
But we have brains.
What, your soul?
Number
true.
3. This is fucked up, man.
Oh.
Gordon's Fish Sticks
Don't know what
is
that
now
is.
Gorton's Fish Sticks or
Fish dicks?
Fish
That could be a
Dicks.
corporate
Fish dicks.
decision. That could
Fish
be any
dicks.
Yes.
corporate
That's the
decision.
truest portrayal I've ever seen of Kanye West.
I love fish dicks.
Fish sticks.
Fish
Oh,
sticks,
yeah.
man. Fish
Yeah.
sticks.
Kanye West.
Get it?
No,
Gay fish.
please. Or not Kanye West. Carlos Mencia. Carlos Mencia.
Yes.
No, please.
That was the truest. No, that was the truest portrayal of Carlos Mencia.
Yeah.
And Kanye
It was
West.
a joke, man. It was a joke.
Cheez-Its is now Cheez-It. What the fuck?
No, it was never Cheez-Its.
No.
It's never been a.
It's only if you're eating them in plural, because you can't just eat when
It's
you eat.
because smart people knew
When
that
you
it was
pop the
more
top,
than
you
one
can't
it.
stop.
And they said, you want some Cheez-Its because there's more than one
Yes.
in the box. I think that's
Would
It
you
would
like-
be Cheez-Its.
Would you like some Cheez-Its?
Yeah.
All right. So I Love Lucy. Ricky Ricardo used to say, Lucy, you have some explaining to do. I forget how he says it.
You got some splaining to do.
He never said it.
No, he did.
Lucy.
Never said it. He's looking this shit
She's,
up.
I don't
she's
think-
diabetic, and he's like, Lucy, you've got some spleening to do.
You got some splaining to do, bitch.
No,
Come to find out,
spleening.
he did need it because he become a diabetic. Have you seen that episode of The Simpsons?
No.
So they do.
Oh, we're getting the Simpsons
Hold on,
later.
they do an episode of The Simpsons where they do like the Marge and Homer meeting, but it's him being a Nirvana.
Ugly.
So he starts grunge, and so
Nice.
Marge and him break up, and she finds him with these needles on the floor.
Simpsons
and
is
she
on such
takes
a
the
sliding time
medicine
scale, it's
away,
ridiculous.
And then like they cut to a different scene. It's like turns out he did need it. He'd become a diabetic.
Tony the Tiger. Ready for this? Tony the Tiger now has a blue nose instead of a black nose. Now,
What?
I'm a
He's
big
a pit bull.
I eat Frosted Flakes every day.
I'm a big fan of comic books, and a lot of times black to look shiny is blue. So his nose is still black, it just looks shiny blue.
The box.
Oh yeah, say that to Tyrone.
Tyrone,
Tyrone, you're not black. You're just
blue.
shiny and blue.
You're that blue kind of black.
Burple.
Burple.
Marilyn Monroe's mole.
sorry, Eeyore.
Marilyn Monroe. Oh yeah, Eero's joining us, by the way. He's here.
Marilyn Monroe's mole was on her labia majora.
It moved. Her mole moved.
Her penis.
Her mole moved. It was a creature. It was a symbiotic creature.
Wait, what is going on?
Yeah, wait.
They're trying to disprove it.
They're trying to disprove it.
Disprove which one?
I don't know.
Explaining.
The vagina mole?
Explain it.
See, you got some explaining to do. Oh, I know he said that.
That's not even him.
How Mexican is that? Dude, it's
I know.
That wasn't real.
That was
We just
fake.
got fake news.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll
So-
look it up
all
on the
right.
breaking point.
Seth MacFarlane. Now we're Seth MacFarlane fans here. Would you say?
MacFarlane.
Yes.
Wait,
He is now Seth MacFarlane.
wait, I don't know which one. Which one's Seth MacFarlane?
Seth MacFarlane. He's the
thinking
one
of
that
Todd
does that.
McFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane is the
Family
one
Guy. I
think it's Spawn.
who does that movie Pineapple Express.
Todd McFarlane. No, Todd McFarlane does the toys, right?
Yeah.
So Seth. Okay.
They might be mixing his last name up with his last
Yeah,
name.
Seth MacFarlane's Mac.
Mac.
Yeah.
Mac Daddy Mac.
Yeah.
JFK assassination used to be 4 people in the car. Now it's 6.
I thought there was a hamburger in the back.
No, that was his brain.
That was his brain.
No, there was a magic bullet. There's a little bit of uncooked.
Was
it was a little bit
steam rising off it a little bit.
There's a little ground beef. There's a
I'm
little
sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to return this. This burger is a little bit forward and to the left.
And his wife is like, this is the worst burger I've ever smelled. And she jumps out the car.
She goes back. She's like, "Honey, you dropped something," and she scoops up his
Let
brains
me go
and starts
get
putting
it
back
for
on.
These stove
Too
grounds
soon?
are a little too bloody.
Oh my god.
I said medium rare.
Not jumping off the plate rare. Staples has a staple for an eye in its logo.
No.
No.
It does now.
It does? I feel like I go there all the time.
I shit
I
you
thought
not.
Staples went out of business. I don't know. All the Staples are
Some of
on
them.
my area closed.
Yeah, totally.
Double stuff Oreos
What?
has 1 F instead of 2 Fs now.
Who cares?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't fucking pay that much.
You might care
attention.
about this one. Gene Wilder died in 2013, but really, he died in 2016.
Yeah, he
died
died
2016.
very recently.
Very
Just
recent.
died.
OxyClean is now spelled with an I instead of a Y.
It's always been spelled with an I.
Exactly.
Boys and I.
Any misspelling you can chop up to the corporation going, you know what would really make some sales is if we changed the I tool.
Holy shit, that would make it pop!
Totally.
Except for Febreze, because Febreze was never spelled with 2 E's.
There is a Mandela effect of Febreze.
Yeah.
There is one of Febreze.
Febreze is
It might
spelled
be on this list.
F-A-B-R-I-E-A-S-E.
No one gives a shit about my.
No, we're gonna do your list right after this one. No bone behind our eyes in the eye socket. Now there is. There always has been.
What?
People are stupid.
What?
Why would there not
Say
be a
the thing.
bone behind
They
the
say there's no
I'm
bone
gonna
behind the
chalk
eyes.
that up to like 1900s
Exactly.
science and understanding.
That's just on Halloween, the fucking
But I think what
skulls
it's
with
saying
holes.
is
Hundreds.
there's definitely a hole in the very
yeah, but the
back.
hole,
Yes.
no, the hole goes down to your
Exactly.
sinus cavity. It's
No,
not
it's
directly
skulls
back.
with
There's a bone there.
holes on Halloween. That's
in
what
different area
That's how I.
codes.
That's how I described my last date night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Skulls
Did
with
you
holes.
pick her up on J date?
in
I
different
did.
area
your social
codes.
media.
Yes.
So Johnny Quest no longer has an H in his name. He's never had an H.
Never.
Poor idiots.
Why would he have an H?
Never.
I know.
Yeah, you don't spell Quest with an H.
Yeah.
Unless you're Indian and your name is Haji.
Quest.
Quest.
Mickey Mouse no longer has suspenders. There were some iterations where he did.
No, Mickey Mouse has never had
No, he
suspenders.
did. He did on Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah.
He's like
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Sally Fields.
Wait, hold on.
field.
He wants to contest this one.
Field, right?
He did.
It's Field.
Him and Mandela effect.
Look up Steamboat Willie on the fucking.
Yeah,
I've seen that. That's
but
probably
that's
why I thought
technically
that.
that's technically not Mickey Mouse.
It's Mickey.
Yeah.
fucking
But it's
Mouse.
technically
That's
not
some
Mickey
white
Mouse.
guy in blackface.
Didn't Oswald have suspenders?
Oswald.
Oswald was the first iteration
I
of
thought
Mickey
you-
Mouse.
Oswald.
Patton
Oswald
Oswald.
Copperpot.
Yeah, who
The
was
one that killed JFK.
I was thinking that too. Yeah, Oswald.
Oswald. I saw
Lee
the
Harvey.
movie.
Lee Harvey Oswald Copperpot.
Anyways, go on.
Sally Field. I said Sally Fields earlier. That was a Mandela effect.
Does
Used to
anybody
say
know who Oswald Copperpot is?
yes.
One-eyed Willie.
Penguin.
I'm kidding. What was his name? It was Copper.
Wait, Willie
Copper.
from the Goonies.
Yeah, there was that one guy who, one of the other guys, not One-Eyed Willie, but
Josh
the other
Brolin?
pirate was
One Eye Willie. I'm
Something
gonna
cover.
do a cover
Yeah.
of Black Betty with But One Eye Willie.
Yeah. Whoa, Black Betty. Yeah.
Sally Field used to say, "You like me, you really like me." Only it was really, "You like me right now, you like me."
Yeah.
That doesn't
I don't
have the
fucking know.
same.
Who gives a shit?
Doesn't have the
Yeah,
same character.
fuck her.
I don't even know what you're
Fuck
talking
her.
about.
Folges.
You got a problem with Sally Field?
Folges. I just like Sally Fields.
And she's the one that makes the cookies.
Exactly.
She's Mrs. Fields.
The best part of waking up
Is going back to sleep.
Folgers no longer has a D in the name.
Holding
Okay.
D in the name.
Daylight savings time is now daylight saving time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Daylight
Okay,
come and me
whatever.
wanna.
Who
Yeah.
gives a fuck?
Thanksgiving is no longer the third Thursday of November, but is now the fourth. I've always known it as the fourth.
It's always the
I
fourth Thursday.
am shitty with dates. I don't give a fuck.
Apparently, Phil Collins no longer sings "Hold On," but "Oh Lord."
To what song?
Yeah. No. So, no stranger to you and me.
Do the drums.
Boom, boom, boom.
I can feel me coming in your mom
He says
tonight.
no stranger to you or me.
Oh,
Yes.
Lord.
The song's about cheating. Get over it, everybody.
Oh, yeah, it's- oh, Lord. It's not
it's
Hold On.
about somebody drowning, and he invited the guy to Wisconsin. No, it never happened.
It never was that?
Never.
Oh, well,
Lazy Boy is now Laz Boy.
It's always been Laz Boy, because I've always made fun of it.
Lazy Boy.
Lazy Boy.
It's a fucking collie.
L-A-Z-Z-O-Y.
It's a lassie.
Lazy Boy?
Depends.
Furniture?
You know, depends. The
Depends on an old person.
Adult diapers.
Mommy, wow, I'm a big kid now.
They're now depend.
Yeah.
Gandhi now has the H towards the end of his name rather than it's always been towards the end.
G-A-N-D-H-I.
Yeah, it's never been in the beginning.
These people don't
In
know.
the beginning.
Ghost.
God created
They don't
Gandhi.
know
with
the
an
meaning
H.
of language
Shit.
very well.
Maybe the H was in the beginning for Ghost Gandhi. I don't know. Coke Zero is now Coca-Cola Zero. It's always been that. It's been nicknamed Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Dr. Doolittle. Yeah, it's you say Doolittle now because it only has one O.
See, the name, the things with the changes at the
You say
names,
what now?
I don't
People are
buy
idiots.
those as being
Dr.
Mandela
Doolittle
effects.
is one O, not two. It's always been one.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
I
Is
buy
do
more, I buy
little.
more of the
Images.
the images, the
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, I got some of those.
Right.
You know what?
Real quick, Vlasic only has one S in it.
I swear to God.
Ricky Ricardo.
Ricky
What was-
Ricardo, Lucy, you got some
There we go.
spread.
I know, right?
He said that
What
shit.
the fuck?
Lucy, my mom used to watch that shit.
Lucy,
every
you got
fucking
some
day.
splaining to do.
Lucy, you got some splaining to do. Because he was a fucking, back in the day, he was a Spanish guy on black and white TV married to a fucking white woman.
That was Mr.
So-
Rogers when he
Yeah.
that was him.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers was a Spanish dude married
That was
to a
Mr.
white
Rogers
woman.
when he came in your room with the trolley.
No, it was not. It was
I'm gonna
different.
rape you.
It was different.
Lucy, you got some raping to do.
You got some raping to do.
Moses now has horns on his head and statues. What the fuck?
What?
I've never heard
That's
of that.
only
Moses
in the
who?
Satanist church. That's only in the
Moses,
Satanist church.
the
Like the
one who went
Jew?
on the mountain and got his brains blew out by God's cock.
Yeah, that's the Moses that didn't trip and break the second tablet.
No, he did trip.
broke it with his
and
horns.
those aren't horns. Those are bumps on his head from when he fell.
Why does he have horns on
I
his
don't
head?
I don't
know.
know.
That's a good. We gotta look at
One's
that.
a trumpet and one's
There's also-
a French horn.
A penis.
Is
There's
Really?
also why was there a
and both of those are
bush
euphemisms.
Why was there a flaming, a burning bush?
Marijuana.
There was some bitch
Yeah.
with an STD,
Yeah.
and she didn't
It was
shave.
Mother Earth.
She was
We
pre-Brazilian,
had fucked her.
and she was fucking the wrong guys.
Yeah.
And nobody stoned her. She just got stoned.
He found some shrooms. He's found some cow shit
Exactly.
in the desert.
Peyote.
Got a little pink eye.
Mescaline.
Mike and Ike used to have an N in the middle.
No, they
it
didn't.
never
No.
did. That's people that talking and say Mike and Ike. Ike and Tina. The Addams family has
Can't
two
defeat themselves.
D's instead of one.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
It does.
It does?
It does, guys.
What?
Adams.
I know, right?
I don't give a fuck.
Adams.
So I was
No,
wrong.
but when? Since when? Since the
Since
black and white
Since the very
shows?
beginning.
The movies.
Yes, since the very beginning, it's had two D's.
Adam's family has two D's? I guess it does.
That one kind of got me, but I was like, it makes sense. But
Again,
I always
that's
thought I had one.
spelling. I don't buy these as Mandela effect. This is just
Yeah.
people.
Oh yeah, it is
Well,
the Addams
good,
family.
good
with two
for
Ds.
you. I got some more. Eddie's ice cream has one D
don't know what
instead
that
of two.
is.
Yeah, it's mine.
some
I
other
put my
bag.
D in that
Eddie.
ice cream every day.
Okay, here we go. You'll like this one. The chevron signs
I don't
colors
like it.
are inverted now.
I don't like it.
Red and blue.
It's backwards now.
Now it's blue and red.
Yes.
I don't give a
Blue
fuck.
and red.
That could have been a choice. Like, you know what'll make this pop?
Totally. Yeah.
You know that like the
Red makes
Pepsi
people
sign
hungry,
or
and
the
blue makes
Pepsi
people
logo
wanna
used
buy
to have
gas.
Yes.
the white and the blue and the red or whatever. They've inverted that many times.
Exactly. That was one actually, the Pepsi sign, the Pepsi logo. But I figured since we had the Chevron one, Haynes is a different spelling now. It used to have an I in it. It never had an I in it.
No, it's always been H-A-N.
Wizard of Oz. This one's debatable. But it could be a misquoted thing from other shows. Wizard of Oz. The Wicked Witch now says fly, 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 not fly, my pretties fly.
No, she said, fly, my pretty.
That's what I'm
fly
saying.
like the wind.
What the
She
fuck?
said,
It's fly, fly, fly now.
It is. No, it's not fly, fly,
It
fly.
is.
No,
It is.
It's because of that Backstreet Boys song. Fly, fly,
Fly,
fly.
fly. Yeah.
No, that's impossible.
Sync.
I don't fucking
Mandela effect.
I don't fucking care.
Herbal Essence.
You still got my joke, goddammit, so I don't fucking care.
Herbal Essence is now Herbal Essences.
Yeah, it's always been.
I don't care.
Pennzoil now has an N instead of
Oh, I don't give a shit.
has one N instead of two. Fuck Pennzoil.
No, fuck oil.
I've tried it.
Cliff's Note is
really
now
nice.
Cliff Note is now Cliff Notes with an S.
It's always been
Cliff
notes.
It's always
Pixie
been
Sticks.
It's multiple notes.
Pixie Sticks
Oh,
now has a
Pixie
Y
Sticks.
instead of an I.
Pixies
I don't care
dicks.
about the-
Who cares about
the
those?
spelling?
Ready Whip
Pixie's
no longer
dicks.
has an H as I just keep going. Okay, well how about punctuation? Vicks Vapor Rub no longer has the apostrophe.
I hate
Yeah, I don't care.
I do too.
Here's another
You know why?
stupid
Because
one.
I took that apostrophe, I dipped it in the Vicks, and then I shoved it up my ass.
You did what? Oh my god.
I needed the lube.
Here's
and
another
it was a burning
Here's another
sensation.
stupid one about anatomy. It was probably some like, back in the day drawing of
The
it that
average
they-
penis size
they
is
didn't-
7 inches?
They didn't know any better. The human rib cage has gone from 3 floating ribs to 2.
I don't know anything about
No,
anatomy,
there were
don't
3
care.
floating ribs. There were 3 floating ribs.
No,
But then I ate
it's
them.
gone from 3 floating ribs
Those
rather
are
than
great
it's become
ribs.
3 rather than 2. That's what
They
it
were
is.
covered in barbecue
Tell you-
sauce.
check it out.
One of them was
learned-
turning into a woman. I ate it.
It might have been the time period. but
Yes.
When, okay, so check it out.
They used to think there was 2 and now they realize there's 3. That's all.
But no, I got
I've got a Mandela
my
effect.
EMT
Ace of Base
certificate
was a good band.
in like 2008. There were 3 floating ribs that they taught me in school.
There you go.
3
Alright.
floating ribs.
It's just back in the day they thought there was 2. That's all.
No, you gotta film yourself doing that, man.
There's some confusion with McDonald's.
I'm always confused with McDonald's.
Now it's McDonald's.
Why do people eat there?
Because of coming
Just
to
like
America.
America.
See, they're
Yes.
they're McDonald's.
Sexual chocolate.
I'm
The boy's
Matt
good.
Dowell's. They got the golden arches. I got the golden arcs. They got the Big Mac. We got the Big Mick.
Hey, fuck you! Fuck you too! The boy's good.
There's a 3
Sexual
all
chocolate.
beef patties on the
I love
secret
that
sauce. Our buns got no seeds.
I'll add some seed.
Oh man, some seeds. Jaws has been affected too.
No.
We're going to need a bigger boat is now you are going to need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
I haven't seen Jaws in 15 years.
That's what I thought it was, but it's wrong.
No, I
Wait,
can
I'm
see
gonna
that.
hold on. I will call
Let's look up some
up
of
what's
these.
his name?
Okay, while he's looking that up, landmass all of a sudden appears next to Australia, and we're not talking about New Zealand.
What?
There's a landmass that
There's a
popped
landmass.
up,
That's right next to
No, it's
Australia.
Tasmania.
but a lot of people.
That's on the other side.
Is that volcanic?
Isn't there one on the right side?
New Zealand's on the right side.
No, New Zealand's kind of like down.
It's
to
south.
The right.
It's going down on Australia.
Australia? Yeah, there's
Australia Mountain.
Tasmania though.
I like New Zealand.
But Mentos is now Mentos. It's always been Mentos.
Mentos.
It's always.
Haley's
Yeah,
Comet
spider.
now has 2 L's.
Good.
Shit.
They picked an extra L up.
Now this one's stupid right away. I don't buy this one because they explain it in the fucking movie.
They had to
Pursuit of
explain it to do.
Happiness
Never seen it.
with Will Smith.
No.
It has a Y instead of an I. It's always been that way.
It's always
yeah,
been
because
that
it was explained in the
That's
movie.
the one where he's got his kid in the.
Yes,
fucking,
and they live in the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
bathroom and shit.
Just an icon living.
I'm just gonna intern and make no monies. Fidel Castro.
That's my life right now.
Fidel castrated.
Fidel Castro died in 2013. Only he didn't.
He just
He's still alive.
died.
Yeah, but it's not
He
2013.
just died like a year ago.
You had some jotted down.
Well, none
Fidel
of them make any
castrated.
sense now.
No, why?
Because I'm at my breaking point.
Hold on.
We'll let
Why
him
don't you break it
shoot
down?
his shits out, and then Brian.
Let's see. I have the Flintstones and Flintstones.
It's Flint Stones.
Yeah, it's always been Flintstones.
No, it's Flintstones.
What the?
No tea?
I ate them vitamins for years.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's what I said.
I don't fucking care.
Okay. This was a fun one. So, mirror, mirror on the wall.
Magic mirror on the wall.
Magic mirror on the wall.
Yes, that was a really good one.
And then Sex and the City.
In
It's not
the
It's
city.
Sex and the
not-
City.
It's not Sex in the
Sex.
City.
It's Sex and the City.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was sex in the city.
I know, right? A lot of people do.
I like to have sex in the
And
city.
then
Me too.
Yeah, and then the rest of them.
And sometimes in the country with the
I didn't
country
do a lot of
bumpkins.
research.
All right.
I'm proud.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. That is a really popular one.
Mirror,
'Cause
mirror
everybody-
on the wall. I'm at my fucking breaking point.
Yeah. And we're back. We never do it this way.
Let's do that again. All of us at the same time.
All this. Whoops. Mandela effect. I'm keeping all this in there. and we're back. Yeah, all right. Good.
That was dumb.
That felt pretty nifty. Does anybody have any personal Mandela effects?
I don't.
No.
Has anybody experienced them?
I didn't know that was going to be a question, so I didn't think about it.
I know.
I mean, I'm
you
sure
had
that
some,
there
you
have
would
been
know.
times when I've been like, oh no, that was this thing. And then I look it up and it was different. I'm like, oh, I was wrong. I don't think it's like a conspiracy.
Okay.
There was a movie or a show
Was it vaginal
that
penetration?
I feel like existed, but I don't know if it did.
it was vaginal
It
penetration.
was a Disney show about in Australia about these kids that could warp through time or something. Something similar to that. I don't remember exactly.
That was Rescuers Down Under.
No, it wasn't mice.
That's
Yeah, I
people that
don't
give
remember.
people
I don't
Brazilian
remember-
waxes.
But anyway, and I can't find anything. The only thing that I can find about it is that stupid kangaroo movie.
Kangaroo Jack?
No,
Joey?
the 4 kangaroos that were ninjas or whatever.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a kangaroo movie. I don't know.
That was 4 ninjas kick back.
King Jatsu.
Anyway,
it was
there's
King.
that,
It was King
and then
Jatsu.
There's another. I think there's
No,
that.
it was Kang Fu.
Oh, and then I swear when I was a kid,
I swore when I was a kid.
Mattel came out with
swear all the
a
time.
hoverboard from Back to the Future,
Holy shit!
and that never existed.
Nah.
They do now.
Maybe it was a spoof.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe it was like a,
Holy
a
shit.
fake ad.
No, that's a
it
big
could be.
thing. That's a big one.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And it may not have been an actual hoverboard, but it was at least like a skateboard that was like the pink hoverboard
Right.
that Marty had.
Why do you keep
And-
following me around?
Yeah.
And I can't. That's the only. Those are the only 2 things that I've never been able to place in my life.
Yeah.
How about you, Brian?
Pretty much just the 9/11 thing with the pop.
Yes.
Where like I
You remember
vividly
footage of
remember-
it?
Oh, I totally remember. And the thing is I was so fucking high that I thought it was a movie.
And then there was that one
And-
rapper who made a song about it, and he's like, the thing goes pop, 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 skiddity bop,
Totally.
bop, bop.
Skibbity-bop.
Skiddity-bop-bop-bop.
Yeah, that was Bill Cosby, and now
Yeah.
he's in prison.
Yeah.
Or maybe not in prison yet. But
You know, he's-
gonna be.
he's-
You don't love my skin.
He's cellmates with O.J.
But
Simpson.
no, every fucking. I was working night shift, and I remember literally like watching the footage as it happened and going, "Damn, this movie has great graphics." Like I thought it was a movie.
You don't even know.
And then I've already brought that up.
I was
Sorry.
high as fuck.
I was
Mandela
high as
effect.
fuck. Okay, but then the phone rang and I picked it up and my friend was like, "We're under attack. Our country's under attack." And I'm like, "Oh, this is real." But
That reminds me of that one scene in The Simpsons when Marge has like total sleep deprivation and she's driving her SUV thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody honks her horn and she goes, "I'll get it." No, she falls asleep and her head hits the horn and she's like, "Beep, I'll get it." And she opens the door and rolls down a hill while the car's
Yeah.
still going.
Yeah.
Oh, I laugh so
But
much.
just because I was high doesn't make it any less valid.
no.
It was just
Of course
weed.
not.
It wasn't like I was freaking,
Sure.
cracky-
Sometimes weed makes people
Cracky
hyper
D.
focused.
Yeah.
On
He's got
particular
sherm
things.
dip shrooms.
So what were the Mandela effects with The Simpsons? Or do you have any
real quick.
personal Mandela effects?
Two major personal ones. One was with songs.
Just skipped over
No,
Do you have?
that
I was like, I better jump on it now before I.
all flamingos stand or sleep standing up.
What?
All flamingo. Oh,
That's an acronym, isn't it? I'm kidding. It's an acronym for.
I'm just fucking around. I don't know. Like I said, I attribute it to
Oh, you
like
just
if I think of I'm like
To flamingos.
if I mishear something or if I remember something incorrectly
You're like,
and then
"Ah,
I
you
look it
got
up
me."
And I was wrong, I'd be like, I was fucking wrong.
Some of them, I'm
Right.
like, you got me.
I'm not going to be like holding steadfastly to this false memory that I have. If I can prove that it was incorrect, I'll be like, it was incorrect.
But
I was wrong.
But hold on. So I have a lot to talk about.
Okay,
real quick. Two of them that I remember growing
Too slow.
up. I remember watching this thing about Robert.
You're done.
No, I remember this one about Robert Kennedy. Okay, a whole thing.
He shot his brother. He was the
one with the magic bullet.
Yeah.
He had Magneto's powers and
Yes.
No, but anyways, Robert Kennedy. Okay, I remember this fucking clearly. Right? So fucking clearly. There was this documentary on TV, tuberculosis. It was on TV. It was on PBS. Okay? And it was about his assassination. And I found
his own assassination?
His assassination.
About Robert Kennedy's assassination?
About Robert F. Kennedy's assassination. Now check this out.
In the kitchen, right?
Right, in the kitchen.
That was the name of the show.
They intentionally led him down a certain way to keep him safe. And when he got in the kitchen, now I remember fucking clearly.
They fed him a
He got
deviled
stabbed.
egg.
Well, didn't he?
No, check this. This is my mindset at the time. I was watching this thing, and whenever I recall the memory of it, I'm like, oh, that's fucking weird. His brother gets shot in an assassination. Robert Kennedy, he gets stabbed. And I was talking to my grandparents
And then
about
Deborah
it.
Kennedy got raped for her assassination.
I was talking... There are some conspiracy theories that some of the others were assassinated too.
Yeah, there was that
JFK
one who
Jr.
drove the plane.
Yes.
Flew the plane.
JFK Jr. But anyway,
driving it down the highway.
So check this out.
You know those things have wings.
Everybody at home,
bitch.
Everybody at home is fucking yelling right now. No, what's it? So anyways, I'll get to the point.
Okay, get to the point.
Listeners, I hear you yelling, listeners.
You were stabbed in the
I
butthole.
can hear you.
I want to hear the point.
I can hear the listeners yelling.
No, that's Jeremy.
So during this thing, I remember that they said he got stabbed in the kitchen. I'm like, fuck, that's weird. So I was talking to my grandparents about it.
It was like
I'm trying to get to it.
Somebody playing
Audience,
Clue.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get it. Who's stabbed in the kitchen?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, I'm trying to get to it.
Don't stop
Keep interrupting me! I'm on my breaking point.
It was Mr. Mustard.
Robert Kennedy
in
was
the-
it was Mr. Mustard in
den.
the kitchen
In
with
the
a
kitchen.
knife.
Okay, now listen.
All right, I'll listen.
All right, the listeners are fucking
was
flipping
stabbed
out
with a
right
candlestick.
now. So I was watching this thing. They were talking about how he got led to the kitchen and he got stabbed. And I'm thinking to myself, that's fucking weird. So I was talking to my grandparents about it, and they all agreed. They agreed with me. They're all, yeah, that, they agreed with it.
Sure,
that's
that
what
makes sense.
That's what they
Go
heard
play
at
with
the
your
time,
Ninja Turtles.
right? Both of my grandparents. Okay.
Yeah.
Years later, I hear something about him being shot. And I'm
With
like,
a knife.
what? That's fucking stupid. Because I remember clearly like thinking it was weird that his brother got shot, he got stabbed, that's how they were both assassinated. But no, I looked it up. Everywhere I could fucking look online, he was officially shot in the kitchen. Okay?
Yeah.
He was that's how he was assassinated. I even tried looking up Mandela effect, Robert Kennedy, stabbed. Nothing.
Nothing.
So I think I experienced one on my own
So
that hasn't been covered.
So this is okay. So,
But it could be that I misremembered it.
Yeah.
do you have more?
That's it on that one. But I have one other.
Okay, hurry up.
I have one other.
No, you can bring
Charles,
yours up
you're
later.
Check this
Let
out.
Jeremy.
No, real
I want
quick.
to hear. I want to hear.
Okay.
Beastie Boys, So What You Want, and Alice in Chains, Man in a Box.
What about
Man
them?
in a
Okay.
Box. I grew up listening to those songs so fucking much.
That
And
you
when you
mixed
listen
them
to a
together in your
song tons and tons of times through your youth and your adult years, you know how it fucking sounds.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you go on YouTube, you hear these funky versions that people speed up to avoid
Right,
copyright.
Or
Right.
turn into a dubstep.
Right, it's just some version. What you want? What you want?
And then the other half of the song is just dropped.
So get this. Yeah, right? The rest of the song has nothing to do with it anymore. Get this. So it got to a point where collectively, those two songs, and I can't remember the other ones right now, but other songs as well, fucking sounded different. Now, there is a psychosis for this. They say if you fall asleep listening to these songs, or you're waking up and you're hearing these songs, that from that point forward, they'll sound slower. But to me, these songs don't sound slower. So I ruled that possibility out. But when I hear the lyrics on these songs, the oomph isn't there anymore on the lyrics. And the lyrics, there are lyrics in the song, So What You Want, and I'm like, I don't remember these lyrics ever. And I used to fucking know this song. But when I try to remember the original lyrics, I'm at a loss for what they were.
We could do a science experiment
Yes.
where we all pick the same song,
Well,
so that's
no, we
our
can't.
constant. Why not?
Well, because
Can you be objective with that?
Well, no, we can't because if okay, so there's two. I think okay, so I don't think the word thing is anything. I think when words are not your words,
Yeah.
but like the spelling.
Yeah, your
of
words aren't
something,
anything,
I think
Adam.
when spelling is different,
my
it's
words.
just people don't know how to spell.
Yeah.
You're right. That's what I think that
We
is.
could write that off.
But there are,
for the most part.
I think. That,
I mean, we don't know how to spell.
I'm
Just
not
look back at the Daikoku episode.
I'm not sure if it's the dimension thing either. I'm more convinced.
Which is not Japanese.
I'm more convinced that it's a time traveling thing.
That's a possibility that I hold too.
This is the reason why I don't think we can do an experiment, because if the
you're getting further away.
if time travel,
Yes.
if it's time travel, then no matter what happens, we're only going to have fuzzy bits and pieces of it, if anything at all.
Now that's
because
so you're
Fuzzy
stating,
Bits and Pieces was the name of my porno.
Wait, so you're putting forward if time travel is a linear thing, there are no multiple timelines.
No, well, I think there are.
So it
multiple
scrubs
times,
it, but-
we can't. We're all in
Or
the
is it a
same
bleeding of the-
timeline.
Okay.
So if we all do the experiment,
So how does
the
it-
time's going to change. So I don't think.
then how does it bleed over? Like,
Yeah. Now, are you talking about
No, okay,
parallel
so-
timelines that something's happening over here and a little bit of that bleeds
Well,
over?
no,
or
I
a
think
linear
it's- I think
timeline
it's
where
a
you go
linear-
back and you fuck it up?
I think it's a
but
linear
people remember some of
timeline
the
and we
original
remember
timeline.
some of the stuff differently. Kind of
Okay.
like the theory of.
Yeah, gotcha.
Of past lives, like we get these weird glimpses and pieces
I
of
can
shit.
see that.
But I think what happened, like I think the Robert Kennedy one's a perfect example.
Yes.
So what would we learn from Time Machine? That if you go back in time, you can't fix the
Everything.
original problem that caused you to go back.
That
in
is
time
a
in the
theory
first
some
place.
people hold about
Oh,
time
yeah,
travel.
that's the thing.
If Robert Kennedy, let's say someone did go back in time and try to shoot him instead of stab him to kill him, he still couldn't have died because the reason for that person going back in time was him to have to
Well,
live through it.
if the reason,
It's
no,
a
so
paradox.
here's the
Right,
thing,
right. Yeah.
is if say Robert Kennedy isn't assassinated
Yes.
and he goes on to cause somebody to want to go back and assassinate him, the motivation for the person to go back and
To set the
assassinate him
timeline straight, he goes back to the
isn't
same.
there if he goes back and kills him because he's dead.
Right, that's my point.
So, would that split off into a parallel?
I don't think that would split off into a parallel.
Well, then you're
timeline,
combining the
because it would
parallel
have to-
timeline meets
because he would still
linear
have to
timeline.
live and do that same thing
So-
that caused that person to go back
So
in
I have
time.
a question. If
So it's
they're-
like when I go back in time and I fuck myself to give me that brooding personality.
Yes.
or
I have that brooding
So-
personality, so I don't
But
need to
what-
go back and fuck me.
Brian.
okay,
What would be? How would we do an like? I guess we couldn't do an experiment if it's the time thing.
We could do
But
an
what would
observation
be the
effect.
other-
We could do an observation effect experiment.
Yeah.
So real quick, if
slow.
let's say it's a timeline thing, right?
Yes.
So before, let's say you're in the future and you're
Yes.
like, this thing happened, I want to go back in time and change it.
You're in the
But
future and this
that-
thing happened, I want to go back and
Si-
change it.
That's exactly fucking what I just fucking said.
You said, let's
One
say.
time I did it so long
Yeah.
he couldn't do it.
So you go back in time, but in
Yes.
going back in time, you cause a branch,
Yeah.
a parallel universe
From that
not
point
to
forward.
exist anymore.
Yes.
Not to exist anymore.
Parallelogram cracker.
Exactly. So
And
with that-
simultaneously, you could create other one. You could spur other ones to exist.
that's also true.
But you're
So-
collapsing that possibility.
But if
now.
that thing has already happened, say in the original
Yes.
timeline before the paradox occurs or whatever, so you've got multiple timelines
Yes.
branching out, and then someone from one of the timelines goes, "Fuck! I've decided I'm going to go back in time." Do those parallel universes cease to exist, or do they keep on going? And then in that, do you guys see what I'm saying?
I see
No,
what you're
only
saying.
because if you break a branch at a certain segment, only things that are attached to it are going to collapse and fall off.
Okay.
So you can look at it that way. So those
Or
other
if you look
branches are
at,
intact.
if you look,
So
have you ever
they're
seen a
still
tree
there.
where
Yeah.
you've cut a branch at a specific spot and little tiny branches are growing,
yeah,
like new growth?
yeah.
Right, but
Only
to us-
instantaneous
but the
in the
thing
actual
is,
flow of
What I'm
time.
trying to get at is to us, it's always going to be what it was.
Yeah.
And
Only
we're
it's not
only
because
gonna
we're
keep
having
it
man.
Right. We would
But
be
we're
one
just
of
gonna
those
keep. We're
branches.
going to catch glimpses of it.
We would be one of those branches that
Like when Marty
someone
goes
went
back-
in time, that we were one of
Right.
the branches that spawned off, and then
Right.
that thing.
So to us, it would have always been that way, and that's why we have
Right.
these weird glimpses.
Unless you're the
But
one
it's
who's
like
the
when Marty
time
goes-
anomaly that goes back, like he's saying.
When Marty goes back to the future and he climbs into his bedroom and he tries to rape that black girl, and then the black girl's dad tries to beat him with a baseball bat.
yeah,
Right?
Wait a minute.
right. But
Mandela
that,
effect.
but then that's what I'm
How come
saying.
he didn't remember that?
What?
How come he didn't remember that?
It was scrubbed out by another Marty.
What do you mean?
Would he not have remembered that? Or where's the other Marty for that timeline? Like, that's a different timeline.
The other Marty's at boarding school
Oh.
in Switzerland.
Yeah?
Yeah, because when he goes, I just watched Back to the Future 2 the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I watch it at least once a month. And so what happens is that so he goes back into the city and he gets to Biff's hotel or casino or whatever.
Yeah.
And when he goes upstairs,
that's right.
he comes and he's like, "You're supposed to be in boarding school, you little son of a bitch."
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know if it's in Switzerland.
I'm gonna
it's in
splash
Switzerland.
this one down in the water and let it ripple. Okay. What if?
Shit in the what?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a big fat shit in the middle of the water.
But that's our drinking water, Adam.
Once the shit reaches the same temperature as the water, it sinks.
So the Robert Kennedy
Fuck your
thing,
idea, Adam.
I wasn't a huge believer in this. I think the Robert Kennedy thing happened.
Yeah.
I think
Stabbing?
I think the stabbing to the shooting is a possibility.
I think he was.
Is that something that
I think
you-
he was
how you
stabbed
remember
with a
it?
gun.
No, I don't really.
You stabbed with a bayonet.
No, he was just stabbed with a
I don't
pistol.
remember. No. I'm saying I don't
So
remember.
he's just like on a
any of
pistol
it,
and just
but
starts stabbing him with
I believe that the reason why I'm saying that this seems more plausible is because
Time travel.
not only because of time travel, but the Kennedys are people of prominence.
Yes.
So the same thing with Mandela. The Mandela
Like Jamie
thing,
Kennedy?
The Mandela thing could have happened. The Mandela thing could have happened because for some reason we needed him to live, right? So he could have died, and we could have went back in time and done something to make it so
Killed
he
his
lived.
cellmate?
Because he did
Right,
go back
right,
into
I
being.
mean-
I believe he went back into being in office after being released for a
I
couple years.
don't
Mandela.
know.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
It was
maybe they
Nelson
needed him.
Mandela.
Right, that's what
They
I'm
needed
saying.
Nelson
They
Mandela to
needed
facilitate
Nelson
a certain thing
Mandela.
for them, and then he
Right.
could die.
But the shit like the Monopoly guy and the monocle.
We sent Tweaky
and the-
McGee back
It's
to
real.
kill
Don't
The
tell Brian
Monopoly
that.
guy is
Don't
real.
tell Brian that.
I think those are just us remembering things wrong. But when we look at things like people of prominence or people
Yes.
of power, and there's things like that, I think that that's possible.
It was the Anunnaki.
Well, real quick. Go ahead.
No. Before you, real quick.
Before you
I'm
real
gonna drop
quick,
a big
I'm gonna
brick
real
in
quick.
the water.
I want to do
My
the big
question
brick
is,
and the
when
pot or
did
whatever the fuck we're doing.
Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls come out? What
Like
year?
94,
I forgot,
95.
dude.
In the
94,
90s, or
95, yeah.
At the very latest, like 2000. It
No,
would've been-
it was way
right.
before that.
So
It was like
way
maybe
before
at the
that.
latest 96.
So what is the main characteristic and that was way back then,
Yeah.
and they made that movie and that scene based off of when he punched you. I'm enjoying the fruits of nature. You should try it sometime. And he's like, alrighty then. And he punches the little dude. And he's like, you must be the Monopoly guy. And he's like, "Pfft," and he punches him out. The main characteristic is that dude has a monocle.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right, but
they
that's just to represent
Well,
a wealthy.
I think, he's
Is
dressed
it?
like a
Is it
small,
now?
wealthy dude.
Or is it to represent the Monopoly guy?
Or they didn't go
in all
with
his
these or-
monocle splendor.
Oh,
Yeah.
But he looked just like the Monopoly guy. He was
Nah,
bald.
he was a little
he
thinner.
He had a little mustache. That
Because
curled
of
around.
copyright.
Right, no, but I
Wide
agree.
throat.
I agree with you, but I think that everybody thinks that the Monopoly guy has a monocle.
Maybe.
If I can find a picture of the Monopoly guy with the monocle.
No.
Hey, I thought the same thing.
No, I found a picture with the Monopoly guy with a monocle, but it was drawn by someone.
I use
But
I
I'm
didn't
saying
like
you
the
need to find
community
it by
chest.
Parker Brothers or whoever the fuck.
But it
makes
would
it.
have to
Parkinson's
be from
Brothers.
back in the day.
What?
I think
Parkinson's Brothers. It's a shaky game.
Parker Brothers. But what
I use a monocle for my brown eye.
is the main picture.
So we could see
didn't
the
have
card coming
monocle,
better.
But community chest or the little cards that you pick up.
If you
I
can find
specifically
where's
remember.
the damn game at? I thought we were gonna get the game.
I don't
he
have
doesn't
the
have the
originals.
official.
He doesn't have
Fuck.
the original. He's got like Star Wars Monopoly or something over there.
Dog Monopoly.
Avengers Monopoly.
Yeah.
And Dog Monopoly.
I'll find it.
Real quick, the brick in
Dogs
the water.
playing poker
Ready?
Monopoly.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Real.
What if Mandela effect, if it is a real thing, right? Let's just say that. What if that accounts for what deja vu is?
No,
Maybe
it
it's
doesn't.
the parallel timelines.
Yeah, I can buy that.
Maybe.
I personally
It's
think
possible.
I personally think that the man. If
Why do I keep pinching my nipple? I gotta stop.
You didn't in
we
the other
have-
timeline.
I think that there's a plausibility that this is real. I personally think that.
I honestly
How many of
don't.
you
I think
how many of you have a deja vu when a Mandela effect thing is happening?
It could be
All the
both
time.
stemming from the same thing, though. Parallel timelines.
That's true. Whenever
And it
we
could
have
be two
deja
side
vu,
effects.
that's when
I
the
had a
timelines could
Mandela
be
effect
changing.
where I thought it was called Vujade.
Vujo Daddy.
Exactly.
See, I think we should go and find Mandela effects that have to do around the world of wealthy, prominent political people.
People-
There could be a
matter.
branch.
Right.
Yeah, people-
Things that actually
This
matter.
is getting
and
very
see what
conspiracy
happens.
theorist, but
That's what I think we should go
this is
research.
turning into conspiracy theory. But
Like,
what if
some
there's a
people
whole?
think that Bush said put family on your food, but he said put food on your family.
Exactly. No,
He
he did.
said,
What if there's?
I know.
Check it out. What if there's a whole branch of military that fucking does this shit because they have to take out people of prominence?
Yeah, I think
That'd
that's
be
just
fucked up.
confusing.
Time
Maybe-
cop
maybe they're
with
just
Jean-Claude
confusing-
Van Damme.
Yeah, maybe they're just confusing the timelines so that it can obscure past events.
What if
Yes.
And that could be too.
Just scrub it out and make them
any
hazy.
one of us in any timeline is a prominent family, but has been snuffed out by the fucking time
Oh my
voodoo
goodness.
Mandela
Makes me
factors.
so angry.
Or what if?
We were all rich.
What if? Yeah.
And
Check it out.
because of this episode right here.
Yes.
What if this rights the ship? But check it out. What if we were all prominent at some point, but they're like, fuck those guys, and they bumped us off the path and put us towards fucking poverty.
Through this podcast that nobody listens to.
Exactly.
We used to have like a multinational organization where we were like a huge media fucking
Chuck, that's why I'm so regal.
yeah.
It's the poor.
It's carryover from
But
the
think
original
about this.
timeline.
Think about this. With people, they
That's why I feel like I'm constantly high on cocaine.
physicists. We're okay.
'Cause you were a rich
It's
guy.
20. What,
So rich,
18?
girl.
And physicists know that we can find a way to travel into the future already.
Yes.
They've already sent
so
a
that
photon.
means they're trying to
Yeah.
figure out a way to travel in the past. So it's not implausible to think that in 200,
yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
very far
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
future, they'll know how to come back.
I
Have you
honestly
ever
believe that.
heard of the one electron theory?
no,
There's only one electron that ever existed.
Exactly. So that and
I don't understand.
there you
No,
go.
I do.
That
I do.
that
Can
one
someone
electron
explain
is
it
all the
to me?
electrons you're seeing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? But that could stem into other things like
electron.
quantum mechanics. What if this all could be chalked up as a side effect of quantum mechanics? Observation effect and things collapsing back down into wrong realities.
What
and
it is
some people remembering
is
it.
it's a quantum leap mechanics where Scott Bakula jumped into Nelson Mandela.
In fact,
and
Scott
prevented
Bakula
him
was a
from being
prominent
killed.
person.
How do you not know that I'm
He
Scott
made them.
Bakula right now?
You know that
Sam
if
Beckett,
that
I'm
theory
sorry.
were true,
Yes.
that if every single electron were the same electron that has gone back and forth in time a million times over, that we'd all be the same person.
Yeah.
What if we are?
Sure.
Well,
What if we are?
could be the same person,
We very well
Yeah.
could be.
but
What if we're all different,
So now go
amalgamations
fuck
of
yourself,
all the
please,
ideas
on a whole new
of
meaning.
what
there
a
is
person
no
could
way.
be?
I don't think there's a way for us to find out if the Mandela effect's real or not.
But it is
Yeah,
fascinating to
think
talk
you're
about.
right.
So, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay, well, so here's an idea that they
Speculation.
put forth, and we already started talking about a little of this, but some believe Mandela effect is a result of the many worlds theory or parallel universes or multiverse idea. We kind of touched on that a little bit, and there are many takes on that one alone. While others believe shadowy figures are rewriting history, which we talked about too, or planting false memories.
I thought that was DuckTales that rewrote history.
exactly.
And they
DuckTales.
solved
Yes.
the mystery.
We figured it out. We're done. See you later, guys. Then there's the glitch in the matrix theory, which Nate would love this. The whole simulated reality thing.
I love
that there's little turds
I thought you were
in
going to
the
say
matrix
I love
that fuck things up, you know?
Love Nate.
Nate's
Nate,
great.
you have fans.
We need him to come back.
Yes, Nate, come back.
To talk specifically about that, the simulated
Yeah.
reality. Some believe our original, get this one. This is a
I'll
little
get it.
more far-fetched, but hey, it's possible. It's in the realm of possibility. Some believe our original Earth was really destroyed in the Mayan end of the world scare on 12/21/12, and everything was recreated in a simulated reality.
That
That's
could
so
very-
far-fetched.
That's
My
possible.
dog died
That
coming
could be
back
true.
with the stick.
That could actually
or
be
we
true.
just transferred to a whole new world altogether.
And we're all dead. We're all dead.
Or-
and this is just
Exactly.
We're just
Oh,
living.
or
You
we're not
never
really
know.
us.
That we would never know.
Have you
We're
heard of the ants?
I think maybe we're the evil robot us's.
There you go, maybe. And we're living in
Bogus
a
journey.
Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about this recently, about the possibility of a simulated reality being what was it? An ancestor program. Like
Like in Assassin's Creed?
We're reliving like ancestors' history and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's fucking weird.
I have my own. I have my kind of
Let's hear it.
my own theory, and you can totally call me.
I'm gonna bring up CERN here in a little bit, okay? But let's theorize a little bit on
But
this.
what if the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Is to remind us as individuals. Okay, now this is
Mm-hmm.
gonna get really fucking weird.
I think you're bordering on something we talked about with
that
Nate.
I individually died already.
Yes.
And that each one of you
Is a figment of
here,
your imagination?
Not a figment of my imagination, but an actual yourselves
Yeah.
trying to get me to realize
We're here to facilitate things in your life.
certain things, right?
Yes.
And that, right, because I don't know what you individually are going through, okay? So I could be that for you at the exact same time.
Oh, it's
But
all running parallel.
Right, it's all running parallel, and that we're all
dead?
It's possible.
could be okay. If there's an infinite amount of universes, there could easily be a universe where I died already.
Yeah.
And that
There's
you
an
guys-
infinite amount of universes.
Or
but
do you
there's
mean
only
also
one
like an
universe?
Or do you mean like also like an alternate timeline?
Yeah,
There's a you
or a
that died.
timeline, or a
person-
timeline
Yeah.
where I could have died many times.
Oh, yeah.
Where I died in 2005.
Every time you had deja
and
vu,
I was
you died.
I was that little kid that everyone mourned for, but
Fuck.
when I died, I immediately went to another reality.
I heard
where
about that
didn't
theory, too.
die, right?
Yeah.
And this isn't my original. It's my original thought. No one put this in my
Yes.
head, but the band Tool, okay,
Mm-hmm.
is they have a song where he has a line where he says, I could have imagine all the times I have died, I will die, I don't mind, and all that shit.
And it just fucking clicked.
And it just clicked, right? Each one of you could have died a million fucking
yeah.
times over from the time you were 5. You could have been that kid that drowned
yeah.
in your pool.
And then you just
but-
move to a different reality.
And you just moved to
It's
a
your
different
do-over.
reality.
Yeah.
It's your
Essentially,
do-over.
isn't that the same thing that happens in Mario Brothers?
Right.
in a way?
Exactly.
So basically, what you're saying is that there's this infinite. So everyone, all of these billions and billions of infinite universes, the us's that are me all start at the same time, and this one dies at like 3 weeks
Totally,
old.
dude, that's what
and
I'm
the
saying.
memories from this one carry over to this one, and this
Yeah.
one lives to 6, and all the memories from this
Yeah.
6-year-old
Which-
go to this one.
That kid gets kidnapped. That you gets kidnapped and killed. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, and all of the memories
Which
and
begs the
effects
question.
keep moving to the next me.
Which begs the question: is there one centralized you,
So,
like a soul or
is this-
energy,
that would be-
and you're divided amongst all these
Is this
timelines?
kind of
all
like
of it.
what's
Yeah.
fuck, what's his name? He's a kung fu star.
Bruce Lee.
Jet Li,
Yes.
where it's the one,
Half it, right?
Close.
the one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
oh the one.
Where
Yeah.
he
Don't
keeps
they
having
all
to
look
kill-
like
yeah,
Lees?
Yeah, he has to keep killing the other hymns to become one.
Oh yeah.
Him?
Yeah.
I didn't see that, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Good movie,
Fuck,
guys.
Yes.
I'm at my leaving point.
We love you, guy.
Bye, Jeremy.
We're gonna keep the show going.
about the Mandela effect.
Yes.
Okay. Touch my dick on the way out.
We blew his mind.
Oh, thank you.
This is the one with the cock ring on it.
We'll just keep on talking as he's going.
Bye, Jeremy.
He's gonna miss this though. He'll hear this as he's leaving.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hear it on the episode.
He'll hear it on
So-
the episode when he listens to it.
Weeks and weeks from now.
Yeah.
Later, man.
He'll hear it in like a year and a
Age
half.
of Jeremy. Go check out Age of Jeremy and ageofradio.org.
Yay.
Yes, he gives us lots of funding. But one of the main culprits is good old CERN. The Large Hadron Collider is responsible. That's one theory. Check this
that's
out.
a good one.
And it stems into what we were already talking about, but there were fears after the LHC became operational in 2010. The 7 tera electron volts, or TeV, generated by the collision of 2 beams of protons would create a black hole. This obviously didn't
That's
happen.
racist.
This obviously didn't happen. Then in 2012, they
happen.
discovered the Higgs boson, right? The God particle, or some people say boson, but boson. Since its discovery, they ramped up the power of the LHC to 13 TeV. Okay,
What does TEB stand for? Do you know?
that is tera electron volts.
Yeah. That's an
powerful
Earth
shit.
electron volt.
Now check this out. It is believed that they could eventually get confirmation of dark matter in parallel universes. This
Stop slapping your dick around.
I know, right? It's just flopping around. I'm getting hard for this shit. It's like a flipper out of water. But this is fact. That's what they wanted out of this, okay? Now, some conspiracy theorists believe that the physicists at CERN already know the side effects of their experiments
And
and
they
might
just
be
keep doing it
mocking
anyway.
us through pictures that they've been putting online and videos. One video literally shows theoretical physicist Dr. John Ellis holding 2 signs. And in this picture, one of the signs says Mandela, and the other one says Bond 1. Now, if you look into this, not even deeply, if you look into it, The first Bond was the first person to portray Bond was Barry Nelson in 1954. Nelson Mandela. Gotcha. Also, Mandela was just one color, but the letters in the Bond sign were blue and red. And that could be like the red or blue pill in the Matrix. So a lot of people were like latching onto this. It's a conspiracy theory.
It sounds like something I would do to fuck with people.
Exactly. That's my thought on it. What if they're just fucking around with us because people were already freaking out. This is a black hole going to happen. And that could have happened, but
I mean, if I had access to that and people I know my sense of humor, I'd fuck with people all the time.
Exactly. So it's very possible.
I would just walk into strangers' houses and be like, Mom, Dad, who are you people?
It's very likely that these physicists are having a joke on these people's expense.
Yeah.
Or it could be that they know something we don't know and is a little.
I think maybe it's a little of both.
Maybe,
but I don't think it's to the extent that people are conspiracy theorizing towards, where it's like this weird fucked up shit. Yeah, there's some fucked up shit, and it's weird, but it's not the same weird fucked up shit that these other people are thinking it is.
And check this out. There's also a James Bond Mandela effect. Okay, so in James Bond Moonraker, the character Dolly no longer has braces, right?
She never had braces.
Well, this is the thing. A lot of people think she did, and that was a way that when she met Jaws, that was what made them connect with each other.
Right, but no, she never had braces.
What? There wasn't a single person that was like, I like the way Jaws and What's-Your-Face had teeth. That was
I know. They got the metallic taste, and that's what made them connect with each other. Yeah. She was actually pretty hot.
When Jaws went down on her, it was,
she was a Black and Decker pecking record.
It was
that's pretty good.
Hold on, sweetie, gotta go mow the lawn.
Hey, that guy was on what's it called? The Adam Sandler movie where he was a golfer. Does anyone remember that?
I don't.
Jaws was the dude who said, and you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. Just saying.
Go ahead.
Billy Madison. No, not Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
Happy Gilmore.
Adam Sandler played the same character in every movie.
But that was Jaws' last movie. Jaws played the big dude in Happy Gilmore.
He died of a heroin overdose just 3 weeks later.
Mandela effect. Okay. So
it was.
There's also
morphine time.
There's also some psychological explanations, which you kind of touched on. People just misremembering things, like misquoting things. Also,
I honestly think a lot of it has to do with that, and people are just too stubborn to admit that they were wrong.
No. Yeah, but I think some of this stuff, there's some pretty good evidence out there that there is something else going on, some fuckery at play. But a little bit on neurons and memory real quick, because this could account for some of it. In my research, I came across this, that memory is made up of a network of neurons.
Memories are made up of
Memories are made up of a network of neurons in the brain that store the memory. The physical location of a memory in the brain is often called an engram or a memory trace. During consolidation, the memory trace is transferred from temporary sites such as the hippocampus to permanent storage sites in the prefrontal cortex.
Hungry hippocampus?
Yeah, exactly. But now, in recalling a memory reactivates the neurons composing the memory trace, spurring them to form new connections.
Our memories are just memories of memories.
So I don't even need to go further with that. Just reconsolidation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room for fucking error in humans' memory.
Exactly.
So that's a possibility.
Right. For the longest time, I thought I was speaking German, but it turns out it's English.
So memories are vulnerable to losing their fidelity. I mean, that could account for a lot of it too.
Unless you have multiple people that saw the same thing that tell the same story for a long time.
But perhaps
to each other.
You would have to have multiple people remembering it that way and coming together on Eileen, and then also presenting it at the same time, yes, that's how I've thought about it since X amount of time. But sometimes the one person, the one agent who comes in and whether on purpose or not, misremembers it and misquotes it, everybody else is going to latch onto that when their memories come back into play on it. Maybe that's it.
I think everything has an effect on the way you remember things. Yes. And if you're influenced by somebody like we were talking about before, where other like media outlets or
misquoting.
Purposefully misquoting things to bypass any copyright towards those particular phrases,
and then everybody
else
own
in their
memories
version of their parody. and then people are remembering this little bit from this thing or this little bit from this thing, and they compile it together and they make their own.
And that becomes their new memory, their new foundation memory of that thing.
Yeah.
There is that phenomena where a bunch of people... There is that thing where a bunch of people will see the same thing and tell the cops each a different story.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It'll all have that same central theme to it. But there are instances where something's so traumatic to a bunch of people that see the same thing that many years later they'll all have the same central theme.
Exactly.
With was it Ghosty Toast?
Yes.
When I'm telling the story about what happened at Tut Hill,
and the other side of the toast,
and the other side of the toast. When Jeremy comes in, we didn't even discuss it beforehand.
We jumped right into recording.
I did not want to influence it at all,
and it was very similar.
He said no. There was one point he said the exact same phrase that I had said.
Oh yeah. Another idea: confirmation bias.
Yes.
Confirmation bias could play a part in this.
Religion.
Is this simply interpreting false memories as evidence and using that to confirm your existing belief? You know,
like
that's
when
possible.
Like when Jesus rose from the dead.
Yeah.
How many people in the Bible actually saw that?
Exactly. It was a select few. It was a small group.
Yeah, a very small group.
Well, they didn't see him rise from the dead. They saw somebody walk in.
No, they saw an empty tomb.
Yeah. Well, and also the disciples later, with a handful of others, saw him supposedly. Allegedly.
A handful of years, like 90 years later, somebody wrote down that they said they saw that.
Yeah. Now, we don't know if that's, and look what happens, the game of telephone. And at the same time, the game of telephone can also apply to when a group
changes over and over and over.
And like you're saying, a group of people witnessing a traumatic experience, the game of telephone can still affect them all in real time too, because they can all be observing it differently. I honestly don't believe in objective reality, because how can we all agree 100%? Right. We can all say the sky's blue, but somebody who's colorblind, they don't know that for fact.
But when I brought that up, over a long period of time, like the same people.
On the other hand, that happens too.
One or two people
that
sees the same thing or goes through the same experience. 20 years later, one person might have stuffed that memory down a good ways, but the point is with enough coaxing, without giving away, you can get that person to say what you saw. Without saying,
definitely.
This is what I saw. You go, do you remember what happened that one time that one thing happened?
You could see them to eventually corroborate your version of the story.
Exactly, without giving away anything, and they go, yeah, this thing happened.
Okay, I've done that with my brother a lot, and then like years later, he'll tell the story as if it happened to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's
can I have a sip of your yeast
juice? That's how
juice?
Faulty memories could be.
Can I have a sip of your yeast juice?
Yeast juice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's empty.
I had to write this one down. I had this thought while I was at work.
Some other yeast juice.
Delicious.
I took from someone else.
I had this thought.
Is it sea cucumber?
Sea cucumber. There are cucumbers in the episode about the kappa, which will be weeks later for everybody else, but instantaneously for us. I had to write this one down. I thought of this at work, and I was like, holy fuck, and I went in the back room and I fucking typed it real quick, because there's no way.
Is a holy fuck when you put your dick through a stigmata?
No, when you put it through holy things, period. So many, unless you use stigmata for all holy things.
That's pretty good.
And bleeding things. It could be argued, I had to write this one down because I would never say it as flawless as it popped in my mind the first time. But it was like a ding, I was like, fuck, I need to type this out.
Yes.
It could be argued that it is not that Mandela effect is not a real thing, but that it is a real thing, but people are collectively creating it as they go.
Yeah, I think that actually makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
I know it's a convoluted way of saying it, but I was I had to type it down.
It makes the most sense out of everything that we've said so far.
So it's not that it's fake.
It's not that it's fake.
It's very real in different ways, and people are creating it as they go.
Yeah.
It's possible. All right, guys, I'll see you later.
Or what it could be too is that the what was particularly a fake memory.
Yes.
People actually have a real memory, and they misconstrue it, and it looks fake to other people.
Yes.
And then when we look it up, it's the real thing.
Because it's been documented somewhere at a point in time.
Yeah.
And then that disproves all of their false memories.
I think I drank too much because that sentence didn't make any sense.
It did to me! Schrodinger's cat.
Word salad.
Schrodinger's cat could be played into this even. Observation effect, and maybe particles.
Schrodinger's cock.
What if
It's simultaneously in and out of my ass.
this could be multiple timelines, and it can also not be at the same time, or it could just be particles.
This beverage is gross.
So an event is observed, and it collapses into a reality at a specific point in time, and then not only are memories firing off and reconsolidating in a different way, but also everything about that event, everything about it in physicality is being recollapsed when we observe it and revisit again in a different way. Some of us collapse it in a different way. So it could be Schrodinger's
So you know
cat.
what else it could be?
It is this and it is that at the same time.
Back to what he was
different
saying about the multiple universes and like he's dying, that whole thing that he was saying, like somebody's dying.
Yeah.
And
you just move on to the next timeline.
What if it's scrambled porn effect instead of a Mandela effect? What if like your light goes out over here and everything that you remembered gets
scrambled during that point?
It's all scrambled when it goes to our signal.
Yes.
And then part of it just distorts things that we
And your
remembered.
mind does, because minds do this. Brains do this. I won't say mind, but the brain does this.
No,
it tries to make the most sense out of what is being fed.
Right.
So during that scrambled porn session, it's trying to make sense of it.
Hello.
Well, hello.
He died in this scrambling section. Let's say Adam is the scramblee.
Yeah.
Has he
Talk to your
actually
microphone.
died in our reality and given us sort of an inside look into other realities?
That fragmentation
where he
of you
has
guys on that one
That's sort of-
timeline.
Is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah.
not? Okay.
But
yeah.
my death is only affecting you in that fragment. The fragments of you guys in that timeline. It's only affecting those.
Right.
The other timeline, I'm alive and well, and you guys don't know.
And nothing affects us
you
at
sound so
all
much
differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like you're
These are
talking to
all
us from across the
possibilities
room.
that can lend itself to this whole thing being real.
Yeah, that's true. And
So take that, conspiracy theory, conspiracy deniers.
and other theories that have been discounted,
Yes.
they could all work hand in hand. Like if
With all
anyone,
this.
right? If anyone on any timeline could go back in time, they could easily make me the person at such and such year be non-existent anymore. That would make an entire time, multiple timelines across many years not even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Where they're at in the future.
Yes.
So, or create even better ones for them. Like, if I were to die at X time, my little scrambly shit.
That serves to facilitate a better life for XYZ over here.
right.
So do you think there are people out there that are like time assassins that go around trying
Absolutely.
to,
Why not?
to consolidate and
Why
make
not?
it a better life
we
for
wouldn't,
others?
we wouldn't fucking know about it. And
Right,
me and my
yeah.
sister have had conversations even when we were little kids. When she said, she actually literally told me she was probably like 13, okay, and I was younger than her, and she said something like,
You're still younger than her though, right?
yeah,
Okay.
there's no way that time people exist, because if there were, we would see them now from the future. And I'm like,
The
that's
fuck was
true.
that noise?
I know, that was the thing in my throat. But as a little kid, I was like,
thought it was my
yeah,
dick.
you're totally right. You're totally right. If there were time travelers, we would see them coming from the future into the past. But would we really? Those are just
What if they Scott Bakula
Right.
it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or what
yeah.
if they time
They
travel
just-
like Days of Future Past back into their younger selves?
Or what
Yep.
if they traveled back before we wouldn't see?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, what if
Set
they
up shop
time-
down
to
in the
Vegas,
ocean
'cause
with
what-
the USOs.
There you go. Or they time travel to Vegas because everything stays in Vegas.
What if they? Yeah, I was
Right.
just gonna bring that up. What if they Scott Bakula themselves into some dude who shot up Vegas or shot up Colin?
That could
Blind,
account
or
for why
shot
some of
up
these
fucking-
people, I'm air quoting here, mentally unstable people, download themselves, for lack of better explanation, into this person, commit a crime, leave, and they're like, I don't know why I did it.
Totally
I'm just
feel like I
crazy.
blacked out,
Dude,
And they-
maybe that's like a weird, fucked up, like horrible dystopian future version of video games. where people tap in and go back in
pretty
and
good.
fucking
So you got
use other people's bodies.
plausible deniability. So
Yeah.
they go into fucking whack jobs that already want to do something.
Or they know that it's tapping into an alternate timeline, so they don't
give a
fuck
shit.
it up.
Oh, fuck.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
very
just like
possible.
throwing garbage into a fucking trash can. They're like, this timeline already fucks itself by the
Right.
year 2050.
This mind fucking
Let's
scares
just-
brought to you by
Yeah.
Learning to Curse.
It's already fucked.
Fuck, dude, that's a weird
Yeah.
thought.
God,
Like,
that's good.
I love it.
Yes.
We should be writing stories.
yeah.
I know we should.
Copyright 2006.
Yes, that
2018.
is IP of Learning to Curse, goddammit.
Yeah. Brian gets top bill on that one.
Yes, he does.
All right.
So does that
I think
wrap
that
it up,
can
you guys?
I think-
get
I think-
$69.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes.
Yes, and in another parallel timeline, Jeremy stayed with us the whole time,
I know.
and he missed supper.
Right.
And he passed out in his chair.
Yep.
He was tired.
At work
We're
the
like,
next day,
"Wake
and then he
up."
gets fired.
Wake up! That
From
was your
his
last
job.
supper.
And then Age of Radio goes bunk because he lost his job. Okay, we love you, Jeremy.
Well,
But yeah, that does wrap it up, I think.
Jeremy.
we love you all, unless you're a rapist,
Yeah, I don't love
in the
rapists.
not cool rapist way.
Or if you're a future video game player who's popping back into our timeline and shooting people.
Yeah, you
Fuck
motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck you. Like Matt Groening. Also,
Oh, we didn't talk about Simpsons. Okay,
no, but we don't have
Yeah,
to.
We
we're
don't have to. People know about the
people
Simpsons.
look up
Yeah.
videos on Simpsons predicting the future. What the fuck?
Totally.
Yeah.
And
What?
if you are a rapist,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
like
Fuck.
Bill Cosby, please just use one finger.
Right. Or
I mean,
if you're a rapist, you know what else, you know what you
Love
could
my
do
fingers.
to this is what I think all rapists should start doing. Raping ducks, because ducks are the animal kingdom's rapists. So go around and rape ducks to get so you don't have to
That'd be
rape
amazing.
people. Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Ducks or squirrels or chipmunks.
No, ducks rape other animals.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and they rape dead ducks, and they rape live ducks.
Hashtag
And
rape a duck.
And they've got corkscrew dicks.
But I've seen dogs rape cats.
Yeah,
There's a
Cats
lot of animals that rape each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they,
Dude.
they just get the urge.
Or dolphins.
Oh, shit.
Go rape dolphins in their blowholes.
Dolphins can do a very unique thing where they can gang up on something and fucking do like that sonar thing and fuck
Oh, yeah.
them up, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, they were taught that by Aquaman.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's his only good trick.
That's awesome.
I think that wraps it up.
And we're done.
Yes, ageofradio.org. Go check it out.
AgeofRadio.org. We've got
Check
so many
out
shows for
all
you
the
to
shows.
see,
Can we do a
not
dubstep
see,
drop
listen
real quick?
to.
Yes.
All right, here we go. I think we nailed it.
I was just doing a Bill Cosby ball.
Jello pudding.
You know what's really frustrating is when
You know what is really frustrating?
when you
Adam?
listen to a song
What about it?
and you're waiting for the drop, right?
And then what happens?
And here
Tell
it
me,
comes.
tell me
Here it comes.
what happens.